it over with because I've had a day.
Okay, we're live. It says we're live.
Oh.
Hello. I know you hit the button. I hit the button.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, everyone. I don't see the counter.
I don't wait. I don't wait.
So see that there it is.
I see us.
There it is now. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Hello,
but
hello.
I see. Well, you know what's weird? I see a commercial. Yeah.
A commercial. What?
Yeah, I did. That was weird.
I don't have that turned on.
All right. Nope, we're good now.
I never have that turned on.
I know. Neither one of us ever do, but that was weird.
Has anybody else seen it? Did anybody else get that pop up?
I don't know.
Strange. I never have that turned on until after we're done. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome to, oh my goodness, night before 4th of July. Fantastic finds. Hello.
4th of July Eve.
I can't believe that. I cannot believe that.
I know.
Like, it seems like we were just had Easter sales and like.
Well, I feel like we haven't done a sale since last month. Actually, we haven't done a sale since last month.
It was all. Was it last Monday? It was Monday, right?
Yeah, week and some change.
It's been a minute in between.
Yeah.
All right. Let's say hello to the friends. Welcome in, everyone. We'll get everybody a chance to get in here. And I'm going to apologize in advance tonight. Once it starts getting dark here, I anticipate that my rude neighbors are going to be shooting off fireworks, and in turn, Maisie's going to be barking her brains out. So she's not a fan of fireworks, so I'm going to apologize in advance because likely that is inevitable that it's going to happen. Right. And tomorrow night, we're not going to get any sleep because that's usually how it goes. So I'm sorry for the barking later on tonight. Okay. First person I see in the chat is William. Hello, William.
Hello, Mr. William.
William's testing out some of the new channel member emojis. So I added 3 new ones, and I'll be having some other ones added in for Christmas in July too. So welcome in, William. And I see Nikki Moss. Hey, Nikki. Good to see you. And Karen G is here. Hey, Karen. Karen is going to be our official bid ender this evening. Lisa Shields is here. Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Good to see you. Dusty Moose is on the loose.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. And Tracy is here, and I have a special. I gotta find it. Where is it at? Tomorrow. Happy birthday, Tracy.
Happy birthday, Tracy. Happy birthday, Tracy. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Sorry. Yeah, we'll spare you the singing. We won't sing for you. But happy birthday, Tracy. And I lost my spot. Okay, there we go. I got to get back here. Let's see. Who am I? Scroll. Gavin.
I'm a snapping full because it is the pre-eve of the 4th of July, you guys. If you are not subscribed to the one and only Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings, you're missing out because he has an awesome YouTube channel. He plays music. It is vinyl. It's on a turntable. He drops all kinds of knowledge. So please, if you're not subscribed to our friend Gavin, who's also known as Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings, please do so and follow him over on Instagram. It's the same exact logo, the same exact name over there as it is here. So if you're not subscribed, y'all, you're missing out because I'm sure he's going to do some Christmas music here soon in July.
Ooh, yes.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Chrissy's joined us tonight. Hey, Chrissy, good to see you. Lisa G. Hey, hi, lady. Lisa. Good to see you. There's Jason's mom.
Hello, Mom. I love you. Her giraffe went away. Mom, where did your giraffe
I know.
go?
She keeps changing it up. Like,
what's going on?
The pictures are gone. Okay. Scrolling. Sorry, you guys. There's Debbie. Hey, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Good to see you. Shannon Farrar. Hello, Shannon.
Hello, Shannon.
Everybody's just saying hello to everyone. I have not seen my mom yet. There's a happy face. Hey, Pat. Good to
love you, Pat. Good to see you.
Tina's here. Hey, Tina.
Hello, Tina.
Good to see you. Scroll. I Everybody's name is like looking the same right now.
I know.
Like, there's my mom. Okay, I was like, where is Mom?
There.
There she is.
Hello, Pam.
My mom. Oh, Sharon Spencer. Hey, Sharon.
Hello, Sharon.
Happy 4th of July to you. Chris is here. Hey, Chris.
Hi, Chris. How are you? I mean, it's literally going to be Memorial Day, and then we're going to be right into the holiday season again.
You mean Labor Day?
Yeah, what did I say?
Memorial Day.
We did. It'll be Labor Day. That's right.
We already had that one.
Yeah, Labor Day, and then it'll be right into it.
I know. Janet's here. Hey, Janet. Good to see you. And Paula has joined us tonight.
Hello,
hey, Paula. Joe is here.
How are you, Joe? Good to see you, sir.
And my fellow Michigander, Gnarly Jones.
Hello, Gnarly.
And scroll. Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Kim Willis. Hey, Kim. Good to see you. That was a little 90s Saturday morning cartoon throwback there.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are the old days. They don't even air cartoons anymore.
That was clay animation, actually. That little thing was clay animation, if I remember correctly. Leslie, good to see you tonight.
Hi, Leslie.
Thanks for being here. Heather Gibbs. Hey, Heather. Good to see you. KB is here. Hey, KB.
Hello, KB.
The Cat and the Rabbit has joined us. Hello,
hello.
Caroline, yay!
Hello.
I have the most epic patriotic display photos for our community share this evening. I have 12 photos to share from Caroline.
Right.
She did some great, we've seen past wonderful displays from Caroline, and she really did it up for the 4th of July. So I can't wait to share those. So stick around after the sale, or if you can't, definitely check out the replay for her display. So welcome, Caroline. Good to see you.
It's going to be good. Good.
Let's see. Wow, that's hard to read. Bad Nickel Vintage.
I think,
I'm reading that right?
I kind of like it. I like it.
It was a little challenging, but welcome in. Tina is here.
Hello, Tina.
Leanne is here.
Hello, Leanne.
Coco Girl, welcome.
Coco.
Sandra D. Hey, Sandra.
Hey, you guys.
Another, the Goonies.
Mm-hmm.
So good. I heard that they're making a sequel.
Really?
Perhaps. Yeah, Goonies 2.
Oh, okay.
I heard that. I don't know if that's for real or not, but that would be cool if it was.
All right, I'm here for it.
Angela, welcome in. And there's Mr. John. Hello, John.
Everyday holiday displays. Follow him over on Instagram. Yes,
he has been putting out some really cool
displays,
4th of July and patriotic kind of display ideas
really
the past few days. So go check those out. Sandra is here. Hey, Sandra. Janine just popped in there. Janine. I got to see Janine over the weekend, and we had cheese curds, and it was epic, and it was wonderful. It was hot. It was very hot. But
are the cheese curds equally as good on a hot day versus?
They're good anytime.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
Absolutely.
Enough said.
No. Okay. And I think I'm caught up with the chat. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Welcome. If you are here and in the Lurkers Lounge enjoying a snack and a beverage tonight, welcome. Thanks for being here. Okay, so we're going to talk about how the sale is going to work tonight, and most of you are familiar with that. In case we have some new friends, we will go over that briefly, and then we will talk about something exciting happening next week.
Love it.
I'm very excited about it.
Me too.
So we're going to talk about that, and then we will get into the sale. Okay. So first, you want to make sure you're in the best version of the chat. So check and make sure you're in live chat all messages. Nope, that's the wrong slide. There we go.
Yep.
Live chat all messages, not top chat. If you're in top chat, it is going to filter out some of the comments for you. So you might miss a bid, and you might miss something else in the chat. So just check and make sure periodically you're in live chat. All right. And because of the weird lag that we always have here on YouTube, we do recommend that you refresh often. You can exit out of YouTube completely and come back in. That's a way to refresh, or the easier way that doesn't require you leaving at all. You can tap on the screen in the upper right hand corner on those mobile devices. You'll find a gear wheel icon, And playback speed, if you hit 2 times, if you are lagging behind, we are going to sound funny until you are caught up live with us again. So do that as often as possible, especially if you do plan to put any bids into the chat. Do that refresh right before you do that. That'll make sure you're at the most current point. You can also check and make sure the red line at the bottom of the screen is all the way to the right as far as it will go. That'll make sure you're at the most current point as well. So we are doing the auction style tonight. So we will give you a starting price, and I will pin it up here on the screen, and we will talk about the item. We'll give you any kind of information, eras, makers, measurements, and we will note any kind of issues that the items might have. Do keep in mind that vintage and antique items that we're showing tonight have had a life, and we do our best to show any kind of damage or issues to you live, so you can make an informed decision if you plan to bid on it or not. And if you are interested in the item that you're showing, all you got to do is type your bids down into the chat. I will highlight them as they come into StreamYard, and we'll do a 20-second countdown to hopefully give you enough time to get those bids in there while we're talking about the item. We'll put your bids in there as early as you can, so you don't come in after the bid end. But I will do the 20-second countdown, and the highest bid that we see before Karen Gillette's official bid end will be the winner. We do have to go by what we see on our end to be the most fair to everyone. Your chat may look different. Typically, StreamYard and YouTube will show your comments first, but if you refresh, you will see the correct order most often. All right, so we are allowing the just in case here today. So all that we ask to use the just in case is that you're an active bidder. What that means is you've put in at least one straight bid on the current item that we're showing. You can put that in any time that we're talking about the item. And if you have a bid in there during that 20-second countdown, you can type in the JIC bids. That's the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item plus the letters JIC. Type that into the chat during the countdown. And if your just in case is the highest before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. Keep in mind that multiple just in cases that come in before the bid end then will turn into regular bids. If you are a brand new buyer to Jason or I, or maybe it's been a while since you have shopped with us, it's always just good to send information again so it's easy to find when we do our invoicing. So we need an email sent to us with your YouTube screen name, your real name if it's different from your screen name, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send your PayPal invoice to. If you don't have PayPal, that's okay. You can still shop with us. Just let us know that you want a guest checkout link. When we send our invoices out, we can send that link to you. Then you can check out with any debit, credit, Venmo, Apple Pay, or PayPal. And keep in mind, once we do send our invoices out, payment is due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving that invoice. And before I get into shipping, here are our email addresses. You can also find them down in the description of the video. And they are also pinned in a comment at the top of the chat. And my lovely mod squad does put them into the chat throughout the sale, so it's pretty easy to find. You can send us a joint email if that's easier for you to do instead of individual ones. We don't mind that either. And we'll talk about shipping when we're doing our invoicing and our exciting news starting next week. All right. So shipping is not included with the winning bid price of the items. That is additional. And we do use Pirate Ship to get the discounted shipping rates versus the full-on retail that you would pay at the post office. So you guys pay the same thing we do. We pass that savings right on to you guys. And the way that we calculate your shipping is calculated from your zip code to our zip code, the weight and size of your package. So that's why we need your full shipping address in that email that you send us. And we do have shipping available to anywhere in the US, Canada, and Australia. And I'll let Jason talk about that last point, and then we'll talk about when we're doing our invoicing this week.
If you purchase from me this evening, I offer free pickup at my brick and mortar, which is Mother Tucker's Antiques. I'm located in Ephrata, Pennsylvania, also known as the Adamstown area of Adamstown Antiques Capital, USA. So if you purchase just from me tonight and you don't want to pay shipping, and you're in the area or you're coming into Mother Tucker's, let us know via email. We'll invoice you just for the item. And then, of course, once we won't invoice you for shipping. Once the invoice is paid for, then we'll communicate in the emails on when and how you want to pick it up. Please, let's keep that in the emails. If we talk about that in the chat, it might come up. I might miss something important, like you may say in the chat, I'm going to be there this Saturday. I didn't see it. So it's best that we do that through the emails. And I think that's it. Thank you as always, Amie.
Okay. I am shipping out of Michigan, and I'm going to be doing my packing and invoicing on Saturday this week. Actually, I believe both of us will be invoicing on Saturday.
Yes.
I am taking tomorrow off since it is the 4th. Hopefully, everybody has a relaxing holiday tomorrow. So Saturday, I will just email you when your invoice has been sent, and everybody's going to get a link. You get a link, not a car. You get a link when I send those emails out. So Saturday for me.
Okay, mine will be Saturday as well. Business as usual. And I ship out of Pennsylvania. So that's pretty much it for me.
Okay. All right. And here's our big news. Starting next week, you know that Jason and I are Christmas crazy people.
We are.
And we've been talking about Christmas in July.
Yes.
And starting next Wednesday, we're going to be doing Christmas in July sales every Wednesday for the rest of the month at 7 p.m. Eastern. And I'll let Jason talk about the rest.
Well, we'll be over on Mother Tucker's channel. So next Wednesday, come hang out with us. And like Amie said, it'll be at 7 p.m. Eastern over on Mother Tucker's channel. So if you're not subscribed, please do hit that notification bell. We invited, of course, it's going to be me and Amie together. We invited some co-sellers to join us starting next week. So are we going to tell the folks who they are?
Yeah,
Is it going to be a surprise? Okay, all right.
We got everybody lined up, so we might as well.
All right, so starting next week, the 9th, we're going to have Fatbird Finds come on with us. And then on the 16th, we're going to have the lovely Ariana of the Withering Cottage. And then on the 23rd, we're going to have the lovely Heather of Antique Agenda. And then we're going to wrap it up with another Christmas. Everybody loves Christmas, but I think Misty loves it just as much as we do. So we're going to end and round the month out, Christmas in July, with Misty. So can't wait to see you guys. So that means Christmas lovers, and even if you don't love Christmas, come hang out with us on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on my channel, and there'll be an all Christmas in July sale. But then we'll still have fantastic finds over here on Amie's channel for you folks that love the general vintage and antiques. So It's the best of both worlds. The best of both worlds.
We're keeping regular stuff on Thursdays and Christmas on Wednesdays. I might do a couple other pop-up kind of Christmas sales. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. If we can squeeze some more in, I might be doing some more on my channel as well. But Wednesdays, you can look forward to Christmas. So it's going to be super fun. I love it. So 4 Wednesdays of Christmas are coming.
And they'll start at 7 p.m., guys, not
7
8.
p.m. Yeah.
Just so, because when we have some guests, we want to just keep things moving so we don't go too late into the evening.
Oh, Jennifer, it's going to be your birthday on the 30th?
That'll be fun.
Woo! It's going to be fun. Okay. All right. So, and I wanted to mention real quick before we get into the sale, if you're a channel member, you do have 3 new emojis that you can use. And I will have some special ones in there for Christmas time, for July. I guess I'll have some special ones in there. I just got a restock of my waterproof vinyl stickers. So I have some designs that I've been out of for a while. If anybody purchases tonight and you want to add a sticker on, all right, and these are 3-inch waterproof vinyl. If anybody wants to add a sticker on, when you send the email to me, let me know what design that you want, okay? We've got all the Kitschy Kitties. So that one I'm calling Kitschy Kitties. Then we have the pixie riding on the deer. Kind of Christmassy, but not really. I've got the good old winking kitty there. And then I've got the Halloween meow meow back. So those I just got in the mail. So if anybody, or if you just want a sticker, just send me an email and let me know. That way I can pack it up for you on Saturday. All right. Yep. Okay. Are we ready to rock and roll?
We are ready to rock and roll, Amie.
Okay. Let me get the. I was like hoping I didn't pick the wrong thing today. Okay. All right. I think we have a good mixture of vintage and kitsch and a little bit of antique and kind of covers all the bases tonight. I have a lot of cat and dog things tonight. I think Jason's got equal amounts of that stuff too.
And some birds thrown in. Just
yeah. Okay, I'm going to start with a puppy dog tonight. I do have a lot of fresh things from Elkhorn and Wisconsin, the trip over the weekend. So I have a lot of that stuff coming tonight. And this little guy I did find at Elkhorn, and I've never run across him in the wild before. And he is a little Arnart guy, and he's a little black puppy dog, and with the polka dot bow tie. And he has this little applied flower on his head. That is original to him. I have had other figurines like this that have had the little rhinestone eyes and the little applied flower on the head. There we go.
There he is.
So original rhinestones are still intact. So he is 100% cold painted, this guy. So there is some scratching on the bow tie and in the black. There's some spots. Most of the spots I would say are on the backside here, there. And he is stamped Red Japan. So there would have been a little blue foil Arnart sticker there at one point. That has been long gone, but I like that the little flower is still intact. There. It's a little faded, truth be told, but otherwise, the puppy dog itself, there's no chipping to him. He is in good condition, and he's not the smallest Arnart figurines. He's a decent size one. Definitely the same dog style. They did make a chain family. So there's going to be the bigger mama and then the chain babies in the same kind of style. And measurement for this guy, he is 3x3. 3x3 is his size. So I think he's pretty good shape.
Well, if you got yourself a little bow tie gang, this could be the little gang leader. You know what I mean? Because the other ones are chained up. He would fit in there beautifully with them.
And he's scratching his ear. He's got his one little hind leg up in the air, scratching his ear. Or maybe he's lifting his ear to hear you better. I'm not sure.
That's it.
I'm not sure. I kind of see it. I kind of see it both ways. But unless we have a crazy gnarly lag, we will bring this guy back at the recap and we'll get Jason started.
All right. I'm seeing if we have a lag. $12, Amy. I have a lot of California pottery things tonight. So
that is not what sorry.
So yeah, unless Amy wants to bid on it. $12.
No, it didn't come out. It didn't come right. There it goes.
These little nuggets are adorable. I've collected salt and pepper shakers for a long time, and I have never, ever seen these little shakers before.
Oh, my gosh.
So there's a little bit of a glare, but I'll show them to you up close. But these are like, I don't think these are made by Rio Hondo, but they're definitely California pottery style little kitties. They remind me of like the comic strip, you know, from like the 1920s, 1930s. And I thought these little guys, I know. I was just going to say, D, it's their eyes. It's their eyes that do me in. So they are California pottery. A lot of times when you buy California pottery shakers, they do not have corks in them. I don't think folks ever really use them. And these little nuggets are 1 3/4 inches. So they're 1 3/4 inches. And you can see the fun eyes on there with the eyelashes. They both have little bow ties. That's why I thought they would go well with Amy's little dog that she was just showing there. This one is your 2-hole. And the eyes are kind of like a seafoam green. They used kind of a seafoam green, gave them pink little noses, and then they have those fun green little bows. So there the little nugget is all the way around. And this one is your 2-hole. So that one has 2 holes. And then this one is the little single hole. These are great because you don't have to use them as shakers. These make fun little figurines. Look at this guy. Look at how cute he is. Like
I love the eyes. I love how the eyes are on it.
I do too. Like I definitely get the vibe of him. Oh, was it Felix? Was it Felix the cat? He almost looks like he has Felix the cat vibes. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to the eyelashes. And they're both painted equally. This one seems to be just slightly muted. You know, a lot of times when they were painting these, they painted a lot of them at once. So, you know, the paint brush would get a little thin, a little light. So that one is a little light, but it's only because that's how it was made originally. So this one shows just a little bit darker color. I love the way they made the nose, the little mouth, and the bow tie. and then there he or she is. These little nuggets are super cute. These would be really fun. I know they're not black cats, but these would be super fun if you had cat figurines, especially heading into, like Halloween and things like that. If you had like a witch and she needed a cat, I know it's not a black cat, but maybe she needs a little cat. Or you just want to add these to your kitty shaker collection. I love them. I've never seen them before.
I've never seen
That's why I thought I would bring them. They came in a collection of shakers that I bought and never saw these before. So thank you so much, Retro D. She's in at 12. We're looking for 13. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. And we are doing just in case for active bidders. Oh, by the way, no chips or cracks, just a little bit of crazy. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I see you, Rosie Clover, in at 13. Looking for 14 or more. And this one is a little darker when it came to the paint. That one's just a little lighter. But when they're sitting next to each other, you really can't tell. It's just when you hold one by itself. So there's our bid in. Thank you so much, Karen G. Janet, thank you so much for the super chat. And Retro D, your 14 came in right after the bid end. I'm so sorry. But Rosie Clover, they're coming to you for 13. Thank you guys so much.
Janet, I don't think you bought a super chat. So thank you, Janet. But that's not, I don't know where, there should be a button somewhere. If you want to join for the membership, there should be a button somewhere that says join channel or channel membership, something like that. I think it was at the bottom, but I could be wrong.
Is it there or is it on the main page, Amy? Would it be on your main page?
Like if you exit out and go like to the front, like the main, there's definitely is a button there. I know that that is one place to find it, but I think that there's a way to find it like when you're in the live sale. I just don't know where it's at. Karen, do you know where it's at?
I'm trying to see.
Sure
I only see it on your main page, Amy, so they'd have to go there and hit the join button.
Okay.
Just close out the chat, guys. You can stay in the sale. If you close out the chat, it'll take you to her main page, and there's a little spot that says join, and you can click join there.
Yeah. I think so. It might look different on a desktop versus a mobile phone.
Oh, yeah. That I didn't take into consideration.
That could be why I'm getting confused. Okay. And hello, Matthew. Welcome in. Okay.
Hello.
I have this really cool pop-up book next. And I've seen this book. I've seen other people have this book, but I've never found a copy of it before. And it's very cool. This did come from Wisconsin. I have found a lot of cool books in Wisconsin, but it's Fluff, Muff, and Puff, and it's a magic action book. And you can see it down here in the corner. Now, it does have some wear. Okay, it has some wear, and there is one part that is separated, but the pop-ups are good. And that's something I very rarely see, is that the pop-ups aren't all mangled or falling apart. So I want to show it to you. All right, and a date on this real quick before we get into it. It's 1936 Whitman. Whitman Publishing is from Wisconsin. So that's why I always find really good books in Wisconsin. All right, MJ, you haven't even seen it yet. She's in. All right, here's the first one. Now, it's not meant to like, it works better when it's completely flat, and me holding it, it is just not doing what it's supposed to. But when it's like completely flat and I can open it and stay. So there she is. She's kind of sitting out in the grass, and then she's got the 3 kittens, and she's playing ball with them. So there's 3 pop-ups in here, and they all work. All right, so that's the first one. And then as we go through the book, so there's black and white and bicolor pictures that are in here. Look how cute these little cat illustrations are.
Oh my.
That's good. So cute. And overall, the book pages are decent condition. So that's what I'm talking about bicolor. So we have red, black, and white. I love that right there. So the little girl that is featured in here, there's several. So there's Maggie, Dodie, and Grandma Baxter are all characters in here. But here's the separation. All right, so that center part, so this is where the other one of the other pop-ups is. All right, so whoop, we got all the kittens playing on the rug with some balls of yarn. Isn't that cute? I look at pop-up books constantly, and they're always broken. Karen, thank you for gifting all the memberships. Thank you, thank you. All right, well, while I get to the next book, we're gonna thank you.
Thank you.
I love that cat.
That's a big kitty cat,
I
Amy.
love that cat. It was supposed to meant to be like Parmesan, and there they all are here playing. And there is one more story page in here, and then the last pop-up is the cats jumping out of the coal car of the train. So they kind of pop out of the page there, and that's the last one. Okay, and there is the back, the same as the front. Okay, again from 1936. I think it's in pretty darn good shape for 1936 and not completely all mangled. All right, so MJ's in at 16. We're looking for 17 or more. I am going to count it down: 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Hello, Robin.
Hi, Robin. Poor Caroline. She says her cat gets defensive. Okay.
Sorry, Caroline. Parmesan actually doesn't have, like, he has a very tiny meow. Like, it's
Right.
barely any sound at all. Like, as big as he is, you would think that he would have a big voice, but he really doesn't.
Right.
He really doesn't. Okay, Karen's bid end is in there. Thank you so much. Robin was in there with a 17. MJ did have a just in case, so MJ, it's yours for 18. Thank you so much.
All right, I have a choice round, and it's going to start at $12 choice, okay? $12 choice. These are new old stock. They've never been opened before, and I think these are fun to decorate with the way they are, or you could use them for other things. So I know some folks that hang out with us love nursery rhymes. So for $12, this is new old stock. These were actually sold at Woolworth. So I have two of them. So I have the nursery rhyme ones, and then I have this other one. So I'll explain both of them to you here in a moment. So they were actually sold by the Educational Productions Company. And I should know exactly, I think they were actually a company that made some educational things for schools. I remember selling with John of Everyday Holiday Displays. He knew and explained that. But these are probably from the 1960s. So $12 new old stock. You're going to get 6 of these plastic and they're nursery rhyme cookie cutters, and they're made of red plastic. So we have Humpty Dumpty there. Almost each one of the cookie cutters measures about 3.5 inches. So we have Humpty Dumpty. Then we have the old woman in the shoe, the cat in the fiddle. We have Hickory Dickory Dock. And then we have the cow jumped over the moon. But I forget the one there with the chef. Maybe somebody in the chat can remind me. Is it Baker Baker? I forget what nursery rhyme that is. But do you remember, Amy, the one with the baker? The one here that would have been Baker?
Patty cake? Patty
Maybe
cake,
it is
Baker's
Patty.
man.
Baker, I bet it is. I bet it is.
Or the gingerbread man, I guess.
It could
work
be.
too.
So $12, you're going to get the new old stock, a set of 6. These are probably from the late 1960s, and they're these fun plastic cookie cutters. And again, these would be fun to decorate with. They'd actually be fun to use. And here on the back, it actually gives you some recipes for some cookies. So it tells you how to make ginger snaps, and then it teaches you the frosting and decorating, how to make frosting. Again, Simple Simon. It might be, MJ, I think you're right. I think it might be Simple Simon. But heading and thinking about Christmas time and Christmas in July, these would be fun to actually use at Christmas time to make some sugar cookies. And the details on them are super fun and kitschy. Look at Humpty Dumpty there. I mean, he's really fun. So that's your first choice. And this one we're calling nursery rhymes. This one I'm calling Smiley, because this one kind of covers a little bit of the gamut with a whole bunch of different things. So we have a music note on the clef there. So if you're into music, I think that's different. Some of these cookie cutters I'd never seen before. So we have a fun painter's palette down there. If you guys collect smiley faces, that was really popular there at the end of the 1960s. Then if you're into maybe Delft things, you have a little, windmill going on. And then that one would be a good one to use at Easter time with like the Easter flower and the cross. And this one still has its original Woolworth sticker on it, which I think is super fun. So the packs themselves, they measure about 10 by 9.5. So they're about 10 by 9.5 if you wanted to display them like that. The only condition issue is some of the cellophane is starting to crack a little bit over top of them. So I love the cookie cutter font. Look at the fun little kid back there. He's like, hi, I like cookies and cookie cutters. Then even the smiley face. And especially if you guys are into like music or, an artist, those are cookie cutters I don't see too often. They have the same recipe on the back as the other one. It seemed to be they were pushing the ginger snap cookies and then the homemade frosting recipe on how you make that. So again, each one of these plastic cookie cutters measures about 3.5 inches. And this one's really fun. If you guys collect like nursery rhyme books or anything like that, that one I think alone would be neat with your collection. So we'll just show for a second. If anybody is interested, $12. It'd be $12 and you're getting 6. So I guess that's $2 each. And that would be your second one. But we'll sit them to the side and we'll bring them back for the recap. I think they'd be fun in a basket or display them, but we will bring them back. I haven't
seen either one of those.
Neither have I. That's why I picked them up. I thought they were different.
Okay. I have, I believe to be an antique sash pin for my next round. And I did find this also over the weekend. Hopefully my camera will cooperate with me. It's doing a pretty good job. So what I believe about this is that it is brass and it is basket weave on the outside with some Nouveau designs and some amethyst glass stones set in there. So there's 5 of those. And there's also wire mesh at the backing. Now, there is a small hole in the wire mesh. They're kind of in the center between the flower petal and the leaf. Hopefully that is coming across in there. But it is a nice large one. And usually I don't see these. Usually I do not run across these. But I do believe just like that little hole, I didn't think that it was super distracting. And especially if like you are going to wear it or put it on something that I don't think that you're even going to see that necessarily. That's why I still had to get it. And the stones are good condition in there. I did see this particular style with different colored glass stones set in there. So they did do the same design, but with some different colors there. And we'll turn it to the back and I'll show you the back. Now you can see the wire mesh a little bit better here on the back side. So there's just a little panel of the wire mesh that is going on there. I have seen this pin before where the mesh has been completely missing. And it does have just a very simple C-clasp here. All right. And the point of the pin bag does extend past the C-clasp a little bit there on the end. It is large. Dusty, I see it. Thank you so much. And what I can say is that the mechanism that holds it there is just a little loose. It's not falling apart or broken or anything like that. I think just from wearing it and use, it's just a little loose right there. Okay. But it is a nice long. So it was, I believe the sash pins were meant to be worn here, like in the center. I also think like it could work on a hat. It's a nice size. It's not overly large, but I think it's a nice size. It does measure 2.5 by 2. 2.5 by 2. Okay. So I'm going to count it down. Dusty's got the high bid right now at 24. So we're looking for 25 or more. And I do believe it's antique brass. And I did see a couple different styles with this basket weave, which I really like. I really like it's very highly detailed in there. Probably in person, it's going to be much more detailed for you when you get it to look at it in person than it's actually showing here on camera. But I had to get that. It spoke to me. All right, so let's count it down. We're looking for 25 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And there's no stamping or signatures or anything on it.
Plus, with the purple, you know, they didn't do a lot of purple things.
I liked the purple too. All right, there's the bid end. All right, Dusty Moose, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, I'm going to stick with the $24. So $24. Hopefully we have some Kewpie lovers here tonight. This is a later, like, I don't know if it's like a redo or if it's a reproduction, but I have this fun little Kewpie. It's a porcelain mug. It is marked on the bottom. I was able to find a couple examples of this. It says Darlene's 98, okay? So I think back in like the late 90s, this individual by Darlene or Darlene's took some of the original like German different stamps that were on the porcelain from, you know, the Rose O'Neill earlier things and then made some newer mugs. So I think this is really fun. It would go great with that. And it's modern, so you could drink your tea or coffee out of it if you want to. So $24 if anyone's interested. It's in very good condition. This is your first side. We have these two cute little Kewpies there. Thank you, Phil. I see your 24. They're just kind of dancing there with those fun little flowers, having a good old time. You can see the handle has some like gold detail on it. There's no wear to it. No wear to the gold here either. Then this side is probably my favorite. And I kind of gave you a sneak peek. So you have these two Kewpies here. They're actually, one's playing the violin. The other one is the conductor. And you can see that they're actually teaching the little bluebirds to sing. And the words are anthropomorphic. Like how it's your trifecta. It's your Kewpies, your bluebirds, and your anthropomorphic. So I'll hold it still here so you can see they actually took words and then they gave them little faces. These two down here in the end, they even have these great animated feet. And the little bluebirds are just chirping away. You can see the little music notes, and then you can see the details of the two Kewpies there. What I like about this is that when you see the older ones, some of the stamping on them was kind of faint. These are nice and crisp, although I do believe these are from the original German pieces. And it does feel like German porcelain, but it's newer German porcelain.
I do know a couple things about those.
Okay.
Things that the dealer that's at Elkhorn, I finally found out that I call her the Kewpie lady. Yes. And I finally found out her name is Karen. Okay. And we were talking about the Kewpie conventions that are in Missouri. Gotcha. That are still going on. Yes. And she was telling me about because of those collector plates that I had a couple weeks ago. Yes. And I was asking her about that, and she said that there were artists that made special pieces to sell specifically at the Kewpiesta convention in Missouri every single year. Like they had dedicated artists that made special pieces that only members could purchase at those. And I believe she was one of them.
Gotcha. Well, and it definitely says here that that's her sticker, and it also says made in the USA. And you can feel that this is a quality porcelain mug. And honest to God, I don't think anyone ever drank out of it, because if they did, that sticker would not have, stood the test if it was washed a lot. So
it could be she produced, like hand painted that piece for the Kewpiesta in '98.
Wow. All I can say is God bless her, because that's one of my most favorite little Kewpie scenes so cute. There. Like
it's amazing.
My favorite. The quick dimensions on it. I don't know how many ounces it holds. It's your traditional mug. It measures 3.5 inches tall. And then from the handle over is about 4.5. So if you imagine it's a normal, probably an 8-ounce coffee cup. So thank you all for the bids. I see you. I saw your bids, Phil. I see you, Aaron, and at 30. So we're looking for 31 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. No chips or cracks. 31 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. how great would your morning be if you had your morning cup of joe in this every single morning? I mean, these little cupies are just they're living the good life. They're living the good life. So thank you all so much for the bids. I see Phil with a just in case of 38. The cat and rabbit had a just in case of 50. So I think it goes to $39. It goes to the cat and rabbit. Thank you so much. Congratulations. I love it. Love it.
Hello, Helen, and hello, Aaron. Good to see you all. And Philomena, thank you guys for being here. Okay, I have some new old stock and also something from Wisconsin. There was this big old booth, and I'm not sure how long that these were sitting there, but it seemed to be that the shakers that were in this booth had been there quite a long time. So right away, I was like, oh my gosh, these are amazing in their original packaging, and they're little anthropomorphic apples, shakers. William, I see you. Thank you so much. And they are ceramic, and I don't believe that either one of them have any kind of damage on them. And what I can tell you about the topper for this, I did see some other styles that were sold at Woolworths that had Woolco stickers on them. I suspect that perhaps so the price tag that the booth had was here, and I don't know if that Woolworth sticker was underneath there or not when they took it off, but they did rip the paper. All right. And I don't know, that's where they originally would have wrote the price on there. But I did see some other pigs and birds with the same topper that had Woolworth stickers on there. So I don't know, but if that makes them any cooler or not. But they're just little happy apples. I've never seen these apple shakers before. And they're kind of blushy pink. And then just one's winking and one is just open-eyed. And then we got 2-hole and 3-hole on the back side. No marking or anything on the bottom. But I think they're pretty darn cool in the packaging like that. So the packaging measures, they are it's 5 by 4, and then each of the shakers is about 2.5 inches tall. Jason, have you ever seen these apples?
Never.
I have not.
Never
There's
have
a lot
I.
of anthropomorphic fruit shakers, but I've never ever seen these before. So,
are they fully glazed, Amy? Chrissy
they are fully glazed. No cold paint.
Okay.
Nope. Okay. No cold paint. They are all fired on there. So I don't know. And of course, I can't see the bottom to see if there's a manufacturer or anything. I suspect it's just a Blue Japan sticker on the bottom anyways. So let's see. Aaron at Blueberry Barn has a 19 in there right now. So we are looking for 20 or more. I'm going to count the apples down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But then I just noticed that they have little arms and legs.
Oh my God.
Molded into the side too.
They're fantastic.
Wow. Okay. Y'all are throwing down on these apples. Okay. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. Aaron had it just in case of 55, but William had it just in case of 68. So for 56, William, I know you're keeping them in the package. They're coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right. I got a pretty lengthy choice round. They're going to be $8 choice, and I promise I will move as fast as I can. But I was fortunate enough to find some of these vintage little chenille birds. They are all in very good condition, except for the one. One of them is missing one of its eyes, okay? But I will go through them very quickly, and I gave them each a letter, and that's how you can claim them. So they'll be $8 choice. They are in very good vintage condition. I don't think they've ever been used. But they are these chenille birds, so it's all chenille, and then their feet are that thin wire that's wrapped with some like cording or some thread. So they pretty much all measure about 2.5 by 2.5. You can see the colors are very vibrant. They do stand on their own, but 2 of them have longer feathers. So Lisa, I see you in at 8. So we're looking for 9 or more. This one is going to be the first one I showed you. So this one you'll claim as A, okay? So this one is the one with the purple head.
I love the purple.
You can see how crisp and clean these are. I don't think they've ever been played with or ever been used. There's no staining, and they are made of all of that chenille and pipe cleaner, and they're just fantastic. So that'll be the letter A. Okay, that one's purple. Letter B, this one is the one with the dark blue head, and they have white eyes on 2 of them for the seed beads. Now, he is the only one that is missing an eye on that side, okay? But that's honestly an easy fix, and he's in such good condition, I could not pick him up. So this one will be letter B, and that one will be your dark blue head. So we're looking for 9 or more, and it's on choice. I have a total of 8 of them. Here, this one is the letter C. This one kind of is giving me, cardinal kind of feels, but this guy here has his little red head. Oh, the one sticking to my finger. So this is the one, and they're the older ones that also have the chenille and pipe cleaner for the beaks. And then you can also tell they have like the cording here on the feet. So that one is going to be letter C if you're interested in the red head. The pink one here, thank you, Aaron. I see you in at 8. We're still looking for 9 or more. Lisa was the first one in. This is one of the ones that has the longer feather or the longer chenille, okay? And this one is pink. And again, they all have their eyes except for the dark blue one that I showed you. So this one is letter D. So we're up to D. And then letter E is the little guy here in the light blue. So you have a whole rainbow. He got just a little fuzz on him there, if I can get that off. So, but like I said, they're super clean. So we're looking for 9 or more. And most of them measure about 2.5 by 2.5. They even have their little like cones on their head. And this one has the white seed beads. And this one is the dark purple. And that's letter F. So I'll show them to you on the board again one more time. And then if I can get them to stand up, thank you guys so much. We're looking for 9 or more. You touch one and then they all fall over. Once you get them standing, they do stand pretty well on their own. Just bear with me here. I touch them and they all fall down. So we're just going to lay some of them on their side and then we'll show them to you. Good God. Amy, girl, where'd you go? Did you leave?
I'm here.
Okay. I got scared because the bird.
No, I'm here. The fireworks are.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The birds won't stand on their own now. So that one with the purple head is A.
They want to dance.
They do. The blue one is going to be B. The red one is C. Okay. So we're A, B, C, and this one is D. So that's the one with the purple head. A, B, C, D. Then we're with E with the light blue. And then F is the one with the purple. Now they all are standing. So let's do a countdown. Linda, I see you guys putting 8s in. We're looking for 9 or more, guys. Hopefully you guys know what you want, but we're looking for 9 or more. Lisa's still holding it. She gets first dibs. Remember, the person with the highest bid, they could take them all. So if you had your heart set on one, you might want to bid more than just the $8. So, but I do understand as a bidder, you're doing $8 because you want your right to, maybe just get it at 8. So Aaron's in at 9, Linda's in at 10. Thank you so much. A lot of times these birds do sell for $20 each, in an antique mall. So looking for 11 or more. Lisa's in at 11. So let's do a countdown. It'll be A, B, C, D, E, F. So hopefully you know what you want. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 12 or more. The only one that's missing an eye is letter B, which he is the dark blue. And he does have one of his seed bead eyes, but he is missing one of them on the other side, but he's in really good condition. So I see everybody's bids. Thank you for the bid end, Karen G. Aaron put in a 12. So Lisa, congratulations, Lisa. You get first choice at 13. If we could do letters, that'll help me move as quick as possible. So Lisa, the purple one was A. Then it was B for the blue, C for the cardinal, D for the pink, E for the baby blue, and F, and that is the dark. It looks brown, but it's a very, very dark purple. So at $13 choice, you can pick which ones you want. Aaron, you will be on deck at 12. So we'll just start again. That one is A. And we have B. He's the only one missing anything. You know, Karen, I was going to use it, but I didn't have enough letters. I didn't have enough letters for it all. I have it. I have it. Don't rat me out. I have it.
You haven't used it in a while, Jason.
No, I know. I haven't had a choice round like this in a while. So I got you for A and D, Lisa. Thank you so much. So we got you for A, and we got you B, C, and we got you for D. So thank you so much, Lisa. Congratulations. So Aaron, we have the ones remaining. Hopefully you knew which ones you wanted. The dark blue one here, missing one of the seed beads. That is B. That's B. This one is C. This one is E. And this one is F. If he had a few too many cocktails today. So again, we have B. So you want C, E, and F. Gotcha. So this is C, B, and F. Gotcha. So those three are yours. And the only one remaining is the poor guy missing his one eye. So
Linda D.
Linda, were you interested in him? He is missing one of his eyes. So then it was Linda. I'll watch the chat. Linda, if you're interested. And I think those were the only bidders.
I think that's everybody. I think you're right. Yep.
That was. So yeah, it was that and Lee. Yeah, it was everybody. So Linda, let me know if you're interested in the one missing his eye for 10. If you pass, he'll come back for the recap. Thank you guys so much. I hope I got through that pretty quick. So yes, you'll take One-Eyed Joe. Thank you, Linda. Congratulations. Thank you.
He's just winking. That's all.
He is.
Yes. All right. And Janet, well,
thank you.
I love that cat.
I do.
So welcome, Janet. I'm glad that you found it. So you now have access to the fun chat emojis that are down in where you find your normal emojis. There should be some special ones that pop up there. Thank you. All right. I have I just got her as well in Wisconsin. I can't resist these. If I see these and they're not all broken and their arms are in good shape, and I love, and she's like kind of a medium-sized one. Most of the time I see the ones that are about like they come up to maybe here, or I've had larger ones too. But she's like a nice medium-sized one, and I like this little dolly dress. Like I'm sure that this probably wasn't created especially for her. Maybe it came on another kind of dolly, but I think it's a little bit different era than what she is from. She is painted really nicely, and she does have blonde hair this time, and look at those lashes. So she does have blue eyes, lots of lashes going on. She has been into the mascara, cute little pursed lips, and she does have the jointed arms. They're not loose. Neither one is loose. So you can pose her if you want to. And this was the dress that I found her on, and it is kind of like safety pinned back there underneath, and that's how I found her. She is a made in Japan, stamped there on the back. She's nice and flat-footed, so she does stand on her own just fine. Janet, I see you. Thank you so much. Measurement for her, so she's 6 inches tall and about 3 1/4 like at her like widest point of her hands. So no chipping to her either. I think her paint is really nice. Sometimes the paint on these can get kind of, I don't know, patchy over time, but she's really nice condition. So that's why I decided to pick her up and rescue her, because she was in a case and I don't know how long she was in there. She was like, take me home, take me home. All right, let me get caught back up at the chat. Hello, Helen. Good to see you. All right, Janet's in at 36, so we're looking for 37 or more, and I'm going to do the countdown so we can keep it moving. Sandra D just popped in there with a 38, so we're looking for 39 or more. I am going to count her down now. Anybody that's bidding is welcome to put in a just in case during the countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
It's like you got Glowy Girl there in your hand.
It does. Yes. This one always reminds me of Glowy Girl. Yep. Okay. All right. Bid end is in there. Sandra D and Kara at the Kitschy Corner. You guys both came in after the bid end, unfortunately. So make sure and refresh. I'm sorry. So looks like Helen had a just in case of 40, but Philomena had a just in case of 60 right before Karen's bid end. So Phil, she's coming to you for 41. Thank you so much. And there's Glowy Girl.
There she is. Good to see you, Glowy. In Amy's hands and in the chat. Good to see you. $24, Amy, and thank you, Amy, for helping us identify this, since this is your logo. But this is starting at $24. Truth be told, when we purchased it, we didn't see the damage. I don't know if we're getting rusty or what, but this is a harder. I don't want to say it's hard. It's more difficult to find this piece, okay, for your Winking Kitty collection. This is the instant coffee holder, okay? And it's going to start at 24, but you need to see that it does have a little chip underneath her bonnet, okay? When she sits, you can see it right there, okay? But it's right there. So it doesn't really catch your eye. If you just want to have this, you know, to like represent it in your display of Winking Kitties, you could. So it's going to be $24 for that reason. So maybe somebody wants to add it. The lid is in remarkable condition. So a lot of times you'll find these and the lid's busted or there's no lid to it. So I know with my ceramics, I'd pay the $24 just to have a lid. But if people don't like the damage, I understand. But if you collect this series, this is a little more difficult to find. So with all that said, this is the instant coffee holder. It is made by Enesco, and it is the famous Winking Kitty. It is the arch nemesis of Miss Priss. They duel it out in back alleys in Bangkok every couple of years. They fight it out. And this one does not have an underplate. Okay, it does have its original Enesco sticker here on the bottom. Again, just note we do have damage right there. It does have its cork around its lid. So it does have the original cork, so it does help hold it into place. Now, it would have had a little plastic spoon here on the back, you know, to put into the holder. It is not there. I don't know that I've seen any examples of them with a spoon in it. I'm pretty sure it probably came with a spoon, but it does not have one. So other than that chip, it's in very good condition. I do think they actually used it. You can see that there's a little bit of staining on the inside, but it does not show on the outside whatsoever. So Janet, thank you. I see your 24. Here is the underside of the lid with the cork. There might be a few rough spots, but there are no chips on that flower whatsoever. Just a couple little rough spots. You know, a lot of times when you sell the Miss Priss or the Winking Kitty, there's just little teeny tiny imperfections like right there by the tips of the flowers, but you can still see they are glazed and there's no breakage whatsoever. So we'll put the lid back on here. Measurements on the kitty cat, it measures about 4.5 inches tall by about 4 inches wide. So again, in my reel, even when we had this sitting for a week and looked at it, I didn't see it because you can tell, to get it to focus, you can tell that
It's been there a while.
It has, and it's brown. So I have to believe that they had their coffee in it, and the coffee stained it a little darker, which I like because it doesn't catch your eye right away. So, Amy, you said you have this one in your collection, but not with a lid.
I do. Yeah, she's up there somewhere, but yeah, right there.
And a lot of times I noticed, because I thought it was the jam jar. A lot of times people think this is the jam jar, but it's not. Because when I was talking to Amy, she's like, oh, does the lid have cork on it? And I said, no. And then I got home, and of course it does. So thank you, Janet, for the bid of 24. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. We are looking for 25 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. The only damage is right here on the front. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you, John. John said he checked the book. It did come with a spoon. You can find little plastic spoons. I know a lot of times for my condiment containers, I don't even want the spoon in it. I don't want any extra chipping or issues. So there is the bid end. And Caroline, you got in there right before the bid end with 25. So congratulations. It's coming to you. Thank you so much.
Okay, congratulations. Yeah, mine didn't have the lid when I found it.
Gotcha.
But I was like, nah, it's okay. I don't mind it. I actually intended to put some little plastic flowers in there. I just haven't.
Right.
And the jam jar, if you see right next to it, the jam jar has like a little basket for the base of it. And that was the jam and jelly jar for that set. I don't know why they did a basket, but that's it.
They wanted to updo Lefton. They wanted to show Lefton up.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they all wanted to compete with each other. Okay. I don't get to say that I have a Stife very often. This was also something I got over the weekend. And one of my favorite ladies, she's been missing from Elkhorn for like 2 years. And she finally came back. So she brought cases of Stife with her. So I was able to get this one. And and it is Stife, although where the ear tag would have been attached to the ear, there's a little notch right there, and that's where the little metal ear tag and the Stife like little banner flag would have been attached to the ear. She does have her little loop here in the center where her little name tag would have been attached, a little round, and her name is Gussie. Gussie the cat, and she is jointed, so she does have, you can move her head and pose it in different directions, and this is the smallest size that they did, and she is about between 5.5 and 6 inches tall to the top of her ears, or if the tail is fully extended. They did make these in several different sizes, and overall good condition on her. And there we'll get a close-up of the face. The larger size of this one, they did do more of like a velvet fabric inside of the ears instead of just the felt. So this is the smallest size. And the eyes here are glass. So little glass eyes on her. She does have a tiny little stitched nose and mouth, and kind of velvet for the muzzle or the nose area of the cat. She does have her original little whiskers and her little ear whiskers up here as well. So those are like plastic filament there. And there is wire armature inside of the legs. So to keep her a little more shapely so she can stand. But there is that mechanism inside of the head. So you can pose it and change it how that you want. You can have it straight on, or looking to the side this way, or looking to the side this way. So her name is Gussie. And she does date to the 1950s for the Stife. So a nice, good old mohair one. I would say her mohair is in good condition. Back in the day, it would have been a little bit more brighter. These do tend to get discolored over time, but she is really nice condition, I think. Well, hello, Lori. Good to see you. Thank you so very much. Again, she measures like around 5.5 inches or so, a little shy of 6 inches there to the top of her ears. But like I said, the little notch right here is where the little ear tag for the Stife would have been attached originally there, but that is missing. But the other telltale sign, if you come across an animal, if you're not sure if it's Stife, there's this tiny little stitching right here, and that's where her little name tag would have been attached. And I do have Stife books to help me identify as well. They did several different kinds of cats in the same sizing. All right. Hey, Brian, good to see you. All right. Miss Lori's in. We're going to count Miss Gussie cat down. We're looking for 41 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bed end. I've never found one of the ones that have the little jointed heads before. Never found one of those.
I don't have the opportunity to find Stife at all. It goes way too expensive around here.
All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. Lori, congratulations. Meow meow. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $34, and viewer discretion is advised. There might be a little bit of booby and a little bit of nipplage. These are very collectible. These are Victorian era hand mirrors. We normally call them in the business like peekaboo, but these are also kind of risque, okay? And this is a unique finger handled mirror. You can see here this gorgeous gal here as she swings in her little swing in her tree. She has a little bit of her upper out. These are collectible. There's one online that actually has a Victorian woman with a cherub on her shoulder and the full breast is exposed. And he's like, hey, ma'am, how are you? So this, we believe, is German or in the region of German. And I'll explain to you why in a moment. But the details again on this is an antique Victorian era finger mirror. This is all German silver around here. Both sides are marked. Let's see if I can show you. You can see if the camera wants to work. It says G silver right there on that side, and it says G silver on this side. You can sort of see it right here. It is marked G silver. Now that doesn't mean it's sterling silver. That is German silver. It's like a mixture of nickel and different things like that. But that's how they got this patina. To find these finger mirrors is a little difficult, okay? Now, the other version we found online, the only other version, the mirror was beveled just like this one here. Okay?
Heather says to call it air conditioning.
What? Okay, Heather, you're right. Yes. With the way the weather's been, yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
It has this beveled mirror, and it's in good condition with no, like, hazing to it, but there are some scratches, okay? If this is the original mirror, it was really taken care of. Usually when I find, a 100-year-old hand mirror, there's a little bit of patina to it. There is none. The other one we found online looked identical to this. So the measurements on it, it measures about 8 inches long by about 6 inches wide. It actually has these flathead screws that actually hold the piece together that then holds the mirror in place. You can see all the great details here of the flowers. There's other metal work all the way around. And you can kind of even see where there's some white where they actually, some of the original adhesive that they used back in the day. A lot of times when they glued these things in Victorian times, it was like a thicker paste that they used. And if you get it, when you have it in person, especially on the porcelain side, you're going to be able to see some of it. So it is heavy. It is heavy. This, I believe, is a transfer. But you can see that this is like moriage almost. It is lifted a bit. It's like this enameled gold paint that they did all of those details. It's a really, really phenomenal piece. And to find it with the single finger loop, I got to tell you, it's a lot nicer to hold that and look at yourself than when you're holding the handle. So again, one more time, it is 8 inches by 6. These are kind of the peekaboo or risque. She does have some of her, like Misty would say, some of her booba-looba is hanging out there a little bit. But this one is a little less risque than the other examples I could find. So it's kind of like a goddess heading out of Victorian. This even fits in like Art Nouveau a little bit. Again, Victorian era is not my wheelhouse. I know just enough with all my years of selling antiques to get by. So porcelain, hand-painted. Because it is G silver, we do believe it is from Germany. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. I see Dusty in at 34. We're looking for 35 or more. I just want to give her another moment so you can see the great detail on her. And there are some faint scratches on the mirror. I don't think I can show you. There you go. You can see there's some little scuffs, but in very good condition. So yes, Sandra. So let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. She was swinging so fast, a wind came through, and yeah. But yeah, we always called these like peekaboo or risque. A lot of the peekaboos are when you have like the porcelain, plates that have the silhouette. So there's the bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. It's going to you, Dusty. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Okay. All right. I'm going to do my best to show these, although the chain critters
They're not
always give
easy.
me anxiety to show these. But we'll try. We'll try our best. This particular set, I can tell you, is hard to find. I have never run across this set in the wild before. There's actually a couple different variations of this. There's salt and pepper shakers that match as well. And all right, we got them on the board. These are going to start at $50. This is my highest start item of the sale tonight. And I can't say that I've ever run across this set before. And these are Chain Scotty Dog Family. And these are made by Kreiss, Kreiss. You can see on the big one in the center, we got rhinestone buttons. And Kreiss was pretty famous for including rhinestones on their pieces. Now, I will say that there's no chips or repairs on them. All right, there's a little paint scratching. And probably the worst spot right there on the side of the suit, right in there, there is a paint scratch in that red cold paint. Now, anything that is red or yellow on these guys is cold paint. And the gold that is like their little collar pieces, that's also cold paint. But the black and the white on these dogs is fired on, thankfully. Okay. So, Ethan, I see you. Thank you so very much. And so I'm going to try my best to show each of the little doggies a little closer so you can see. So there's some more paint scratching on the little suits. Not terrible. I would say that it's not terrible, but I would say it's like expected wear for these. The little white one here does not have a whole lot of wear to it. Just it's kind of like where the little chain kind of rubs on the sweater over time is where most of the wear comes from on these. And the big one here in the center, you can see the pink tongue is also cold painted on this one. We're going to bend it forward just a little bit so you can see the cute little face. I love the detailing on this. They sculpted all the fur really great on there. But yeah, that part right there is kind of the worst wear on that. I'm going to turn it to the back because on the spaghetti on the hat, so there's a little spot of spaghetti right here on the back. There is some paint loss on the end of that, but overall pretty good. Pretty good on it. It is stamped Kreiss on the bottom. I'm not going to tip that forward. I just don't want it to jump off the board there. So the big dog in the center is 5.5 inches tall. And each of the babies is about 2.25 inches tall. Okay, so there's a couple different variations. There is a white dog also in the same kind of style, and salt and pepper shakers that have the little sweaters on as well, that have rhinestones in the eyes. All right, so Ethan's in at 50, and Ethan, you're a new name to me. Welcome in. So let's count them down. And we're looking for 51 or more. And Ethan, you're welcome to put in a just in case if you would like during the countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I've never, ever
Really,
seen
Jason?
Forever. I love them. I love them. These are so good.
Kreiss did some fantastic chain things. Like
They
really,
did.
they did.
They did.
All right. There is the just in case there, and there is Karen's bid end. But you didn't need your just in case. Ethan, they are coming to you for $50. Congratulations. Do make sure and email me your information during the sale tonight so I can get your invoice out to you on Saturday. Thank you so much.
All right, $12 choice. I hope we have some California pottery lovers here in the house. Some of these do have little paint rubs or teeny tiny chips, okay? But I have never been able to buy these to offer to resell because sometimes they go for $25 to $50. These are made by Clemens Pottery. These are the little pie birds or roosters, have you. So I have 3 of them in the same sculpt, and they actually have a name. He's Ralphie the Rooster. That's what they named him. And folks love collecting these. in all of the different colors and putting them on a shelf. And then this guy here, I believe he's a little harder to find, and I do believe he's Clemens Pottery, and he's their different take on a rooster. So let me sit them down here, and we will show them to you. Most of them either have their signature on the back, so that one has like a D. A lot of them were stamped on the inside. This one does not have a stamp on the inside. It does have a little bit of crazing. And these are great 1940s, 1950s pieces of pottery. So this is going to be letter A. This guy has kind of a yellow cone here on the top. He does have like a little chip here in the mouth, or it sort of is a little paint flake that's missing. So these are super cute. They are not that easy to find. They go well with your kitchenware. They go well with your Pyrex. And this one is going to be letter A, and this one is yellow. And he has some brown details, and he has some green details on there. And these are just super fun. Thank you, Joe. I love these. And there was a time, when folks came into the store and they found these, they were spending crazy money because they wanted it to go with their jadeite. You know, they wanted it to go with their depression glass. They wanted it to go with all of that. And
I never even see regular pie birds, let alone those pie birds here.
I agree. And these,
I think it's your part of the country that has the stuff.
It's probably our part because there's a lot of Dutch and a lot of pie, going on here. So these are very collectible. So if you guys Google them or look them up, and then some of the color combinations can be harder to find. Okay. I don't know what they all are. I just know that some were very limited in different colors in which they did, pardon me. So there you can see this one does have the sticker for Clemens Pottery there on the inside. Thank you, Chrissy. I see you in at 12. This guy here, he's going to be letter B. He's the purple one. So he has purple. He has some burgundy tones to him. And then he has the green tones to him. And again, these are fun to decorate with as figurines. Once you get one or two pie birds, I'm telling you, it's as addictive as shakers. So these little, and I love the fact they have a name. So when somebody comes over and they're like, what's that? You can go, oh, that's Ralphie the Rooster. He's blah, 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 blah. He's a pie bird. You'll know all that information. These measure 4.5 inches tall. So this one is letter C. This one here does not have the stamp on the inside, but it does have the initial here on the back. Okay. And a lot of times they then had the initials on the back. I'm not sure. I believe, and folks can correct me if I'm wrong, with the initials, they're a little older than the stamp was a little newer. Same mold. So we had A, B. This one is C. Okay. Now he has a little bit of paint wear here to the top of his crown, but there's no deep chips. If there's anything, it's like a little rub, or there's a little bit of the glaze missing. So this one here has some like purpley pink mixed with brown and green. And I'll put them all on the tray here again and show them to you then. Last guy, he is the little ugly duckling, or maybe he's the little oddball in the group. Could not find a name for him, although he feels just like the other one. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say I at least can tell you he's California Pottery, but I'm not sure if he's Clemens or not. I feel like he is. So he's a little taller. He's 5 inches. So I'll hold him up again. I'll tell you guys the letter, and then we'll do a countdown. Thank you, Chris, in at 15. Then we have Teresa in at 16. So the first one I showed you is going to be A. The second one with some purple is going to be B. The third one with green is going to be C. And then the tall guy, he's going to be letter D. This time I could have used Bill's board. It's clear on the other side of the room. Sorry, Bill. So I'll do better next time. So we're looking for 17 or more, and you can pick and choose whichever ones you want. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. A has a little rub on the beak. That's A. B has a little rub on the cone. C has a little rub on his beak. And there are no rubs on the big guy on the end. So hopefully I got that in there. So you guys, I want you to just know what you're getting. So Robin, your 17 came in there before the bid end. So with Robin, 17, but Chrissy had a just in case of 22 at 18. Chrissy, you get first choice. Robin, you'll have backup. So Chrissy, let me know initial wise. The first one is A. B is purple, C is the green, and D is the big guy there on the end. So I got you, Chrissy, for B. Thank you so much, Chrissy. So we have A. Robin, let me know. We have A, C, and D are left. A, C, and D are left. Again, D is an oddball. I couldn't find him, although he came with the collection, and he feels like the same pottery.
So on deck after that is going to be Teresa, and then Chris.
Okay.
And then Caroline.
All right. So Robin at 17. You'll take them all. Thank you so much, Robin. Congratulations. Thank you guys so much.
Okay. All right. Robin's going to be baking some pies.
They're fun. They're so fun.
Okay. All right. I cannot resist these. Anytime that I see these, I can't resist them. This is going to be the whole set of the little Ohio art. And I have a whole bunch of it. And it is super cute. So we're going to start with the big tray. All right. And again, from Ohio Art, there's 8 total pieces. And the artist for this one is Elaine Heilman. And the pattern for this one is called She Loves Me Not. So you can see how she's plucking off the little flower petals there. But we've got the cute little cats there. Now there is wear to all of the pieces for this, but overall I think it's pretty good. Here's the back of the tray. All right. So these were probably played with, and a lot of the times they do have some patina on them, but such the cutest little graphics on this. Tracy, I see you. Thank you so much. So we got the big plate, under plate, and then we have 2 of the like dinner plates, if you will. 2 of the dinner plates. So we got the little girl and the little cat, and you can see she's got her little flower petals down at her feet. Same amount of wear on those. All right, so 2 of the bigger plates. Then we have 2 of the saucers with a cute little kitty smelling the flower. Again, some wear to those. And then we have 2 teacups. 2 teacups with the little cat. So there's two different cat designs depending on how you're facing it. And then in the center is a little flower with the butterfly. And again, there is some wear. All right, but pretty usual for those. And then we have the little pitcher, which is super cute. The little cat's got the flower in its mouth, and then this one has a big bow on the tail. And there's the bottom of that. I don't think you're going to be able to see on the inside in there, but maybe we'll see that. Okay, so that's all 8 pieces of it. 1950s tin litho made by Ohio Art, and the artist is Elaine Heilman. She Loves Me Not is the little series of these. I love these dishes. I can't resist these. So Tracy's in at 24, so we're looking for 25 or more, and I'm going to count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
These kitty cats are some of my favorite.
I love
some of my favorite when it comes to the tin litho. So good.
All right, Tracy is here just in case. Thank you so much. All right, and there's that bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Tracy, happy birthday. They are coming to you. Thank you so much.
$36, Amy, and I'm just going to do it. This next piece is rare. This is rare. If you love poodles, if you love plush, and you love pajama bags,
it's good. It's very good.
You're not going to find one of these anywhere, because I collect pajama bags, as you guys might know. And this one, I was blown away when I found a poodle pajama bag, okay? So not only is it the pajama bag with the original little sign on it, it's the little ribbon that says, I'm a pajama bag. It has the original cage on the inside, okay? Now, that's a good selling point so that they will still sit on their own, okay? So I didn't even try checking the zipper before we went live. But yeah, the zipper works beautifully. So there is this plastic style cage there on the inside. So there you guys can see you would tuck your pajamas in there. And a lot of times those cages would get broke or they would just discard them. So I don't think this pajama bag has ever been used. Okay. This cute little poodle is in perfect condition. You can see there's some sewn in millinery flowers here. You can see the original ribbon in very good condition. It says, I am a pajama bag. You can see where they did add some pink down to the bottom, which I love. There's no staining whatsoever. Super clean. And with plush, sometimes the fibers come off. The fibers really aren't coming off on this one all that much. So she's a fun little poodle. She has her original blue ribbon here on the neck. She has these plastic little eyes, which most of the plush 1950s poodles had. You can see she's got her little poof. She's got her little pom-pom nose, and she's got her little felt tongue here. So she is white, and she's probably like a creamy, light tan kind of white. I don't think that she really aged all that much. I think that was the look that she was supposed to be. So what's fun about this is if you guys collect pajama bags, the body is the same body as most of the traditional ones, you know, that have the little girl and things like that. Even my bunny, because I don't know if you guys have ever seen, I have a bunny one in my collection, and it's the same exact little body. And they have little muffs. So you can see that the pajama girls were supposed to be like Christmas girls. So there's a little extra white here on the paw because they used the same body. And this little white was supposed to indicate like a little muff when the arms were together. Okay. So that's why you can see that's bright white and the rest of it is off colored white. But when it comes to pajama bags, I could not find this one anywhere. I talked to Amy. She never saw one.
I've never seen a poodle one. Never.
Other friends that collect poodles and collect plush have never seen one. So I think $36 is a really awesome price if you're into poodles, plush, or pajama bags, okay? 14 inches tall. Poodle is 14 inches tall in very, very good, clean condition. There's no smells. Again, as I turn her around, you can kind of see that she is like an off-white, kind of tan looking. You know, you can see the center there is bright white. There's no rust to the zipper, and I'm trying to see what the name is on the zipper. I didn't even take the time to do that. There's a name on the zipper. I don't know that that really makes too big of a deal. But again, what makes these pajama bags a selling point is that they have their original cage so that they still sit on their own. So $36, original ribbon. Her eyes are super clean. There's no scratches to the eyes. I don't think she was ever used. She even has her original ribbon here on the front that says I am a pajama bag, which a lot of times those they cut off or they got, you know, ruined and discarded. The original millinery flowers are actually sewed in here. I think it's just really unique and really, really different. But there's not any interest. That's okay. I can bring her back in the recap, or I might be forced to have to keep her. I just might have to do it. I might have to break my heart and do it. So, but again, $36 if anybody is interested. If you all want to do a little bit of research, you can, but you're not going to find any of these anywhere. And if you're a poodle lover,
I actually like that better than the all body one.
So do I. This is right up there with the bunny that I have. So a lot of these plush, a lot of these.
I hadn't seen the bunny one either when you found that one.
A lot of these poodles, my gosh, when you see even some of the poodle plush in the malls, they want $40 or $50 for them. And then if they have the rhinestone eyes in the mall, they want even more for them. So I felt $36 was a pretty doggone good price, especially if you're into poodles. So thank you, Robin. I see you're 36. We're looking for 37 or more. And I was trying to watch the chat because I know we do have some other plush lovers, and I don't think anyone else said that they had seen this before. So it's definitely 50. So let's count her down. We are doing just in case, Robin, and any other active bidders if anybody comes in. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. If I ever find pajama bags, I shy away if they don't have the cage because they're so hard. You got to pad it with stuff. But when they have that original cage, they display just beautifully. So thank you, Robin. I do see your just in case. And Karen G, thank you so much for being our mod and bid ender. There it is. So Robin, coming to you for $36. Oh, I know she's got a lot of poodle friends she's going to hang out with. Thank you so much, Robin. Love it. Wait, I think you're muted, Amy. Oh, you're muted, Amy. What?
Yeah, I am muted because
fireworks. I'm a little slow today.
Neighbors. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll try our best, you guys, since it's dark out now. Okay. I have a choice for my next round, and I have 2 Nancy Ann Storybook dolls tonight. I have 2. Both of them came from Wisconsin. I was only able to identify one, however. So this is the first one that I did identify. And this one here in the little flowery dress. And these are both 5.5 inches tall, and they're frozen body. So no movable head or legs, just the movable arms. Okay. And so this one here, so it's kind of an off-white dress with pink roses and light pink trim here. She does have like a felt hat with some little fluffy feathers there on the top. This one is Miss Curly Locks, number 154. Curly Locks on her. This one does have the safety pin on the back, which is how most of them came. But the other one I have actually has a snap on the back of the dress. And they did that a little bit later on in production. They actually took the time to sew a little snap on the back. But most of them have little safety pins there. All right, so I see Debbie's in, and Sandra just popped in there. So this is Curly Locks, good condition on her, and she does have the brunette hair. All right, little Miss Curly Locks. And this one I could not identify. And my Nancy Ann book, although it's very thorough, does not have all the variations in here. So I was not able to identify this one, and I did peek around on the internet for maybe some references, and I couldn't find this one. So I'm not really sure what she is, but she's darn cute. She's also 5.5 inches tall. So her dress is a light pink, and then it has kind of some little white flower overlay through the fabric, a little lacy medallion here, felt hat with the ribbon trim, and this one does have the little snap at the back of her dress. Also, good condition frozen body on her, so just little movable arms. I don't know who she is. She's a mystery girl, but she's really cute. And I thought I would bring them together because they're sporting hats, and it looks like they're out on a little Sunday walk or something like that. So that's why I thought I would bring these 2 together tonight. So Debbie is in at 26, and Heather just popped. Hey, Heather, just popped in there with a 28. So this is for choice. Again, both frozen body, the composition, just the movable arms, not any other movable legs or heads. And this one is 154 Curly Locks, and then we have little Miss Mr. Gal. Okay. All right, let's count these down. No, these are not made by F&B. These are Nancy Ann Storybook dolls. F&B did much larger dollies, but this is Nancy Ann. All right, we're going to count these down, looking for 29 or more on choice. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, a bid end.
I'll tell you, these are really gaining in popularity. Everywhere I go, they're not.
I love these. I can never gift them if I come across them. Okay. Bid end is in there from Karen. Thank you so much. Yes, Patsy. I love the Patsies too. They're just as cute. Okay. Heather had a just in case of 40, but Miss Debbie had a just in case of 67. So Debbie at 41, let me know. We'll just do flowers in pink to make it a little bit easier. Flowers are pink. And if Debbie doesn't take both, Heather, you're on deck. And Debbie's going to keep them together. They're going to go on their stroll to Debbie's house. Thank you so much, Debbie. Thank you, everybody else. And thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Of course, we appreciate you guys being here, joining us for the evening.
$18, Amy, and you're going to get this whole lot, okay? I have a Victorian autograph book. It is in bad condition. Okay, but you're going to get the autograph book, and I'm only going to show you one of the pages that has been filled out. But for your 18, you'll get this Victorian late 1800s. It is an old autograph book. It says Golden Floral Album, and then the back page is missing. So you're going to get that, but then you're also going to get 10 calling cards, some of these heavily embossed calling cards. So you'll get 10 of them, and you're going to get the autograph book. And you guys are going to just love the one page that I read you. So let me quickly show you the 10 calling cards. I'll show you 9. One of them is holding the page so I can show you. So these are all traditional. They'll come in these sleeves. So this one is your kind regards. You can see how embossed they are with the great gold detail. These would have been higher end calling cards, and they're not signed. None of these, I believe, are signed. So you're going to get this one. I got you, KB. Thank you so much for looking for 19 or more. You're going to get this one. Okay, so you get 10 random calling cards, Victorian original, not reproduction. So you're going to get that one. Then you're going to get the autograph book. Some of the autographs or some of the inscriptions in that book are on the religious side. So just please note that when we get to that. So there's that one. Again, these are really fun. Tons of different significance on everything that you're seeing. With loves, greeting, there, the ship. Look at the ship, and it has American flags on there. How great would this be for your, I know tomorrow's your 4th of July, but if you guys are into like patriotic or into like 4th of July, that would be great. Here's the other one you're getting. So, and then this one you're also going to get, you're going to get all of these. And this one says, God's blessing upon you. Some of them are a little more religious. So you get all those calling cards. Now, I showed you 9. 10 was holding my place. This one's probably one of my favorites. So you're going to get this one. So it was holding my place here. So in this book, and the book measures, and it is like a leather, it's a leather covered book. It's actually higher end enough. See if I can show you. It has some gold gilding that is worn off on the sides of the pages. So that just tells you that this was like a very expensive book back in the day. There's also some color prints in here. So like this page is loose in here, but that would have been one of the original pages. So you have one of these color plates in there. And for Victorian era and late 1800s, that was pretty pricey. So, and then you can see some of the inscriptions. But this one is my favorite, and I'm going to share it with you. Oh, and also, as you flip through these pages, there are some calling cards, and there are some of these die cuts in here as well. So there are die cuts adhered in there. And in there you can see there's a die cut and there's an inscription. So this one is my favorite. And this one is actually dated January 18th of 1893. Okay. So I'll do my best to read the cursive, but what it says is it says, Rose, think of me when you are happy. Keep for me our little spot in the depth of the, wait, I want to make sure I read this right. Sorry, you'll have to forgive me because some of the cursive is different. It says, Rose, think of me when you are happy. Keep for me our little spot in the depth of, oh, I can't read what that word, something affections, pleasant and sweet forget-me-nots. Place a sweet forget-me-not. And then I think the fella's name is Kurt. So the one word I can't read is right there by affection. I can't seem to make that out in the cursive. But I think that alone to me, if I was collecting ephemera, I think that little inscription, and I would take that out and I would frame that and I would actually use that in my Valentine's Day display. So, and forgive me, I can't make out what that word is.
I love the handwriting in those. That's one of my favorite things is to look at the handwriting.
Depth of TH, time and I don't know. I'm not too sure what it says right there. So would it be thine of thine affection? Of thine affection. Yes, Karen. Thank you so much. Of thine affection. Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. I just was getting hung up there. I kept thinking, where's my finger?
A little spot.
Yeah, I thought that was an F. So no, it is. Yes, no, you guys are correct. So I think that alone is worth it, but you guys have to know that someone loved it that much and must have read through this enough that they had it taped. And there's probably almost all of the book has something in. So they have some of these, little die cuts up in there. And then there's other inscriptions, but a lot of the majority of them are religious. This one is Here to Rose, and this one is January 5th of 1880. I think that's 1880 or 1890. I can't tell if that's an open loop there, if it's 1880 or 1890. But again, we'll let the new owner read it and enjoy it. It's kind of going to be like a mystery. It's going to be a mystery for you guys. So there you go. So, and you just have to be careful. You can see where they taped it here. So again, you're getting the Victorian era antique late 1800s autograph book. It is in poor condition, but some of the inscriptions there are very enduring. And then you're also going to get 10 of these little die cut Victorian calling cards or whatever you want to use them for. So thank you for the bids. I see Robin in at 19. We're looking for 20 or more. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. We are doing just in case for active bidders. Definitely this is one of a kind. It's one of a kind. So 20, 19, thank you to Cat and Rabbit. 16, 17, well, I'm going the wrong way. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. When I tell y'all it's been a day for me, I'm amazed that I can even read and talk in sentences. So looking for 20 or more. And again, you're getting the 10 die cut, little embossed calling cards, unused, and the autograph book. Again, I think really neat, really different. There is our bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. Robin, you didn't need it, girl. They're yours for $19. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay. All right. Seems as though the fireworks have stopped for the moment. Thankfully. I don't know how long that's going to last. But this is a little lot, and I thought these looked cute together. I definitely didn't find these at the same time. So first off, you're going to get a children's hanky. All right. And I had not seen this one before. And I've come across a lot of children's hankies, but I've not seen this one before. It does have like a darker turquoise edging here. And we've got this cute little puppy dog that goes around all the edges. And then there's a duck, and he's fishing. He's in his little rowboat. He's catching fish. On this corner here, he's walking with his fishing pole. There's another little duck floating around, and then he's in his little rowboat. And then there's a little sailboat. No holes in it. All right, it's good condition. On the, I didn't even put that in there. It's starting at 18. So besides the hanky, in good condition. All right, 9 1/4 by 9 1/2 on the children's hanky. Nice and bright and colorful. No stains or holes. All right, so what you're getting with it, which I thought looked cute with it, is this little, I believe to be celluloid, 1950s celluloid, little Scotty dog pin. All right, so I thought they looked cute together. And it's a bobblehead brooch. All right, you can see that they're little heads. So when you would wear it, their little heads kind of bobble back and forth. And I do know that this particular style of brooch came in a single dog, and the double dogs did come in a couple different colorways as well. All right, so this one's red, and we'll see if we can get them to focus a little bit better. I know cameras don't like red things very much, but they do have cute little painted eyes and mouths and noses, and really sculpted little details on their fur. So it does have like 3-dimensional kind of fur on there. Yeah, I wish they would focus, but they're just not gonna do it. There we go. Oh, I got it. Now you can see all their little furry detail. So their heads kind of are attached to a little swivel mechanism there on the pin. And it has this very simple style of clasp here on the back. It kind of like goes down and hooks in. Not quite a C clasp, but that is what the pin back looks like on the back side. And measurement for the brooch is 2 by 1 1/4. Okay, so that's about the size. And the hanky is 9 1/4 by 9 1/2. All right, so hang on, let me get. So the pin back, when you take it off, it goes down like this, And I've had other brooches that do this as well. So when you stick it up and hook it is how it stays in place. Okay. So you're going to get the pair. I just thought they were looking cute with the little red in there. So you're going to get the pair together. Double side eye. Exactly. Yep. Those doggies are gossiping about something. That's what it looks like to me. 1950s for this brooch, I believe, based on the other ones that I have seen and had, I believe that these both date to the 50s. Yeah. Okay. Abby's in at 19, so we're looking for 20 or more on the pair. Let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
You're right, Tracy. This pin is amazing, and it'd be great for your patriotic, decor. It'd also be good at Christmas time. Everybody loves a red Scotty.
Ooh, yeah, red Scotty dog at Christmas. I agree. All right, there is that bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Debbie Gutierrez came in there with a 22 right before Karen's bid end. So Debbie, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
$20, Amy, and I did not preview these. I had to switch something out in my preview, so I did not preview these. If you guys love little kitschy bird salt and pepper shakers,
oh my gosh,
I have a fun little set that I have never seen before, and it's a company I'd never heard before. Maybe, Amy, when I tell you the name, you can tell me if you've ever heard of them or not. So $20, they're in very good condition. They're older, so I think they're late 1950s. They have their original little sticker here on the bottom, and it says Palmar.
Yeah.
Palmar. So they're made by Palmar, and they're these cute little, they look like little robins almost to me. With the
I've seen that sticker on a Christmas piece.
Gotcha.
That's it. I've never seen these shakers though.
These are fantastic. Like if you guys know how popular some bird shakers are, these are definitely going to fit in with a hello, Tippy Winks. Good to see you, friend. These fun little birds here are going to fit into any of your little kitsch bird displays. I also like them because of the way they're sitting. If you had like a little faux nest, maybe you could put them in a nest. They kind of look like they're kind of chirping. So this one is your 3-hole. A little bit of crazing, and when you have this kind of ceramics, you can see where there's like a little glaze slip. So they were kind of sloppy when it came to glazing them all. But they have the cork bottom. They have their original sticker. They are very, very heavily detailed, almost like early PY, I would say. And they measure roughly, because one of them, and this guy's standing, the other one is leaning or sitting. I'll show you in a minute, about 3 inches tall by 2 inches wide. So there is the first one you're going to get. The main colors on them are like a gray, yellow, and pink. And then here's your other one. So you can see they're two different sculpts. They're kind of talking to each other. That one is your 5-hole. And again, I think these are just really fantastic. If you guys collect birds or bird shakers, they're going to fit in with your kitsch. So there is the sticker. Excuse me, original cork down there on the bottom. No chips or cracks. Again, I think these are just fantastic. So, sorry, I had a tickle in my throat. So let me hold them up here again for you. Chrissy's holding it at 20. We're looking for 21 or more, again, on these kitschy late 1950s little tweet birdie shakers. They're definitely unique. I couldn't find any examples of these online whatsoever. And I love their big eyes. A lot of times when you find the bird shakers, the eyes are real teeny tiny. These are over-exaggerated, which I love. They kind of remind me, Amy, you find the shakers now and again. You've had like the bluebirds and the owls.
Yeah.
They kind of resemble the eyes on that. And I think these would be good in your fall display and your spring displays. So let's count them down. Chrissy's got them at 20. Remember, active bidders can use it just in case. Sandra just jumped in there with a 22. So we're looking for 23 or more. No chips or cracks, some crazing. You can tell that there were some glaze slips. So there is some porous ceramic, but it's not a chip. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 23 or more of the bid end from Karen G. So we get Sandra in there. And again, these are salt and pepper shakers, and they're made by Pal Mar, which was new to me. I've collected shakers for a few decades.
I'm trying to think what the Christmas piece was that I remember that sticker in, and I can't remember. It's been some years since I've seen that sticker.
Sandra, thank you so much. Congratulations. And Chrissy, thank you for the bid as well.
Congratulations. Okay. Okay. And Karen says she's seen that name in Canada.
Okay. All right. All right.
These are different. I thought these were stinking cute. And you're going to get the pair because I can't break them up. All right. And I believe that these are place card holders. All right. And I also believe on the style that they are painted. I think that they are German, German hand painted, although there's no stamping. There's no indication of that on the bottom. All right. They are well made, well painted, lacquered here. And there's even, so there's a little slit on the end there. And I will show you with a piece of paper here on a second. I'm fresh out of place cards, so I didn't have any to include with it. But each of them have even little flowers that are painted on the base, and they are completely wood, and they are also double-sided. Okay, so I just, I have had some other wood German hand-painted things before, which makes me lean that way, although that they are not stamped. And of course, I couldn't find any that look like this anywhere. So I'm going to show you how, like, although this is just like a page flag, all right, but you would get the idea, though, if you have little cardboard or even like Victorian place cards probably would fit in here. But that's how, like, it would sit in there. A little piece of paper. You could use this, a little ephemera holder, something like that as well. I just thought they were too cute. They were just too cute. And I like this sort of stuff. I just don't see it very often. I just don't. So Timmy, hello, Timmy. Yes, a little postcard, a little calling card, a tiny little piece of ephemera, maybe a little piece of German scrap, something like that would fit in there. It's not a super large notch. So some of the thicker cardboard probably wouldn't fit in there, but definitely a lot of paper ephemera things would fit in there. Measurement for them, they are 3 by 4, so 3 inches tall and about 4 inches wide at the base. All right, so you're going to get the pair. Timmy's in there at 17, and we're looking for 18 or more. I am going to count them down: 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I've never seen anything.
I hadn't
before.
either. They're just adorable. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. All right, so Timmy, you didn't need your just in case. They are yours, and I will try and figure out a time we can get together next week, Timmy. All right, thank you so much.
All right, gang, you got to ride this one out with me. Don't get sticker shock when I tell you the price, because then when I show you what you get and you break it down, kitsch lovers, you're going to go nuts. Amy, I've never had all of these. It's going to start at $45. $45, and you're going to get everything that I'm going to show you, okay? These came out in 1953. Oh. So I have the 20 activity books with the original box. Now, I also have all 20 kitschy books that go with it, okay? If you're into kitsch, if you're into ephemera, some of the graphics on these books are unbelievable. Some of the pages are completed, meaning there was a youngster that did a few of the activities in these books. But for your 45, you're getting the original box with the kitschy elephant, the fun graphics, and actually he has all of those books thrown there and he's playing with them. And they are from Southfield Publishing. So you're getting the box. There might be a little bit of fading to the box, but again, you can't beat that striping, and that alone is fun to display in with your kitsch. So for 45, you're getting the box and you're getting the original 20 books. Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you what each of them look like. And you could resell these if you want. Now, first one I will show you, most of the pages are not done. Like that one is a connect the numbers there. You have this fun. Look how fun would that be if you scan that in. I mean, you could use this for a multitude of different things. That's a goldfish. But some of the pages are done. So like the youngster did do the connect the dots with the dog and
Jason,
stuff.
it's you in rabbit form on the cover of that.
I see it. I see it. So for your 45, you're getting the 20 books. So let me show them to you, and they are double-sided. Kitsch lovers love these because these make great backdrops for their display. These are actually frameable, too. These are super fun to frame. And it's a great value for the 45. Sometimes these books alone can sell for 10 or 15 by themselves. So 45, you get the box. Here's the first one you're going to get. Remember, some of the pages are done in them, but they are all in really good condition. Look at the beavers. Look at these. It's a cut and color on the farm. We got these two little beavers working on their dam. So that would look great in your fall display. Here you have the stencil play. Look at this kitschy bear on here. And again, you're getting them all. Like I did think about parting these out and doing them separate, but I think that it's more fun if you had them all. You know, I'm selling this to the person that likes to do displays, maybe the person that wants to scan some of these graphics in and use them for other things. Maybe you want a junk journal with them. Maybe you want to get creative with them. There's oodles and oodles of kitschy graphics in each one of these books. Each one of the books measures about 8 1/4. So it's 8 1/4 by about 5 by 5. So again, you're getting 20 of the original books. Some of the pages are done. So some little youngster did do some of them. And in all my years of selling kitsch and these kind of things, I've never had the full set. So there you get Mr. Elephant. You have the dot to dot on the zoo. Again, I'll stop showing you both sides, but just remember they are double-sided. And I think this is a crazy value. So here we have the owls. You have the big quiz. So these are fun that you can mix them in each year. Amy, hold on. Look at the deer. So we have the
I have had this set before years ago.
Easy things to do.
And all the graphics on the covers of those are just all fantastic.
I mean, look at the zebra. I mean, there are Napco figurines out there that go with these. You get some of the kitschy deer that you've bought from Amy in the past, or maybe me.
So
put that in the background. I mean, this, like, you all love the bluebird. You love a left and bluebird. This is even going to go with the bluebird shakers I just sold tonight. So that's your flower book. And now I'll just randomly open it. This book I don't think has ever been used. So I don't think the youngster did any of them in here. And this one is all connect the dot with flowers. So we're halfway through. So here, maybe that's a little Jason. I don't know, Amy, that could have been me fishing back in the day.
No, you're definitely a kitschy bunny on a boat.
Okay, I'll take it. Now,
Jersey Shore.
every Easter, you've seen us sell a lamb that looks just like that. You have this now in ephemera form. You can put that in a flower frog behind it. It's really fun. Guys, mermaid bathroom. I have one of these. Tina has one of these. Look at these graphics. Great for summertime. You have her riding the little seahorse. He's got his little inflatable inner tube. Look at this sassy lady here walking down the street. Let's color. You have him in his pedal car. So he's got a fun pedal car.
Did you say there's 20 books in there?
You're getting them all because the box came with originally 20 books. So you're getting the whole set. You're getting now the only issue is some of the activities have been done in the books. So I can't tell you that it's all new old stock because maybe in one of the books he did a connect the dots. Maybe one of them he colored something, but at least 90% of them are unused. So, and I'm not even through showing you all the books. Here you get the how to draw. Here you get this cute little girl here with her little dog. How cute would that be if you bought the chain dogs that Amy had tonight? Put that in front with that in the background. Here comes another one at Easter time. You put the crazy little chick there. Follow the dots. Here's this guy right here playing with his monkey. Then you have this one here. Look at the fun train with all the crayons in there. This one here, I have the set of bobblehead shakers. Napco actually made shakers that are bobbleheads that it's the same face. So you could have those. I know, Joe, they do. In the antique malls, they get $10 for these each. So again, you're getting all 20 from 1953 all 20, and we'll show this guy. He's my favorite since he's me in a boat. From 1953, and it's Southfield Publications.
Good.
So somebody had this, and when they were done, a lot of times when they did a few, they'd throw them out. So let's count it down. Tracy's holding it at 45. MJ is in at 46. Again, you get the box from 1953, so you can display the box. If you're a reseller, you could sell these books if you want to, or you could use them, and you're getting all 20 books. You're getting the whole entire set, which is almost unheard of. I don't even know if there's any online right now. So we have Minx in at 47, so we're looking for 48 or more. 20 of the original books in the box. You can see it says 20. So MJ's in at 48. Let's count it down. We're looking for 49 or more, just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. No smells, no stains. There's no must. It's not like this was in a basement. This is fantastic. And you could just do so many displays. Like, I don't know, if you guys follow Tracy over on Instagram, if you see her collections, she could spread this throughout her collections, and then you can swap them out. You know, it's just, ooh, it's some crazy, crazy kitsch. So there's the bid end. Thank you so much, MJ and Tracy. But Tracy, $57, friend. Thank you so much. It's coming to you. It's so awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Congratulations. I found that set at Springfield, I don't know, probably 8 years ago, long time ago. And I haven't seen one since then.
I've seen the books.
To find one complete with all the books in it and the box. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, I have a little squeaky for my next round. And this little guy, I have not come across one of the smaller Edward Mobley cats or dogs in quite a long time. And they, most of the time I see the larger ones that have little blinky eyes on them, and it's these little ones. I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe they didn't make as many as the big ones, but this is a little mini Mittens the cat, made by Edward Mobley, and it does stand really nicely, and her paint is really good too. Sometimes the paint, especially the pink, can wear over time, and the eyes seem to have a lot of wear. She has a little rub on her nose, but overall I think the paint is really good on her. So she's kind of like a gray airbrushed for her. I see you guys. Thank you so much. And so she is 1963, stamped here. It says Edward Mobley 1963, and then Arrow Rubber Company Manufacturing there on the bottom. And I'm just going to do it once.
Oh my God. I love this one.
Usually I don't, but she's awake anyway, so it doesn't matter. Fireworks. And she does have a movable head, so you can pose her however that you want. And her little doggy counterpart is named Woofy, and this is Mittens, Mittens the cat. And they did make the larger ones, they did make in some fantasy colors. I've never seen any fantasy colors, pink and blue, in the smaller size. I've just seen the little gray one, but maybe they're out there. I'm not sure, but I've never seen one, just in the bigger size ones. But she's darn cute. I think she's in overall good condition. Just general wear on these squeaks. They do tend to, you know, just discolor a little bit over time. And of course they were played with, and that's how some of the paint comes off. All right, so I see Minx has got the high bid right now at 20. So we're looking for 21 or more, and we're going to count her down because we still have a couple more rounds left to get to. Okay, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meow, meow. Bid end.
This one's
nice loud squeak on her for as small as she is.
I love this size.
Oh, I didn't give you a measurement. She is 5 by 6. 5 by 6. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so Cocoa Girl had a just in case of 28. Erin at Blueberry Barn had a just in case of 35. So Erin, she is yours for 29. Meow meow. Thank you so much.
$18, Amy, and I have an Arnard Cupie. Okay, now he has a small condition issue, but you have to look really hard to see it. Okay, up here on the top of his hat, he would have had two little like prongs that stuck out of the number 7 there. Okay, it looks like that they've broken off or they're chipped. All right, I didn't notice it when I bought it. When I found it online, I could see that I don't think it's supposed to have the little tip there, but it's supposed to be a badge. So there's a little piece of porcelain that's broke off there and there. But if you guys love a naked Cupie who is made by Arnard and he is dressed, have you ever seen one of these before, Amy?
Not a firefighter one. No.
And it is marked Cupie Rose O'Neill here on the back. So I thought if you guys love Cupies, this little guy could be your little firefighter. He'd be fun in your summer display. I think he's really neat. He is really, really different, okay? And there's a lot of cold paint on here. There was some missing on the hat. Tina did touch the hat up just a little bit, okay? Just to make him look a little bit, more put together. Now, he does have some cold paint wear there on the blue, which is a hard color to touch up. But to have these pastel colors mixed in, you got the pink and the blue, and then he's got his fire hydrant here. Thank you, Dusty. I think he's adorable too. And like, look, he's got his little hose coming up, and then they gave him a little bit of gold detail here on the tip of the hose here because he's fighting fires. I'm a fireman, guys. I'm putting out fires. And he has the original little, let's flip him around so you see it. He has the original little double arrow here, which shows that he's Arnard. So other than that little bit of damage up there on the top of the number 7, he's part of Firehouse. He's part of Hose Company number 7. He is in remarkable condition. And I do believe he's probably from the 50s, 60s, somewhere in that era. Just a really fun piece.
They do.
And so he measures just about 6.5 inches tall. So he's a nice size figurine. 6.5 inches tall. He's about 4.5 inches across. So he's got the little knobby knees there. He's naked as a jaybird. But, he's safety first. He might be naked. He's got his helmet and he's got his fireman coat on. And you can see where there's some gold details there. He's got the two little lapel pins going on up here on his collar or collar pins, have you. The face is in superb condition. If we can get it to focus, you can see there's no major issues there with the little curly Q. So we'll keep it moving. I got you, Phil, at 19. We're looking for 20 or more on the Arnard Fireman. Mr. Cupie, you get yourself some Dalmatians with this. You got a ready-made display. So let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Oh, that's awesome. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I thought it was a risk bringing a little firefighter, but hey, Phil, you got a friend. Who doesn't want a fun little firefighter in their displays? And if you collect Cupies, it don't matter what the Cupie's doing, especially if it's one you don't have. So, and I never had an Arnard one that said Rose O'Neill.
The only Arnard ones I found was with you and Bill when we were in Pittsburgh a couple years ago.
Oh, God, that's right.
Yep.
I don't know. Super fun. Phil, it's coming down under to you. Thank you so much at $19. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay. Yeah, the fireworks are continuing. It's going to be a long night for the next 2 nights. Okay. I have a choice, and I have some fun greeting cards. Also something I got over the weekend, so I thought I would bring some of them tonight. And we'll start with this one. And you can see right away, Miss Kitty here has got some rhinestones in her eyes, and it's flocked. So it's double-sided flocked, and it's also a tent card. All right, so it's a birthday card on your birthday, meow meow, and it's made by Norcross, and that is how it will ship flat, but that is where you put the little tab together for it. It says many happy returns on the back, and this one is not used. There is a greeting on the inside, but it's not been signed or anything like that. But rhinestones and flocking, and it's a rather large tent card. All right, so it is Norcross. Yes, it is. The second one, so both of these other cards have been in a scrapbook. All right, it has that on the back side, but I didn't think that deterred because they're both stinking cute. So this first one has been used. Instead of I, they crossed it out and put we. All right. But your birthday's due. We have it tabbed. How do I know? Wait.
Oh my God. Oh,
Some birdie blabbed. Happy birthday. This one is signed July 1955, but it has a real little feather there on the front. So stinking cute. But this one, I don't know. It's a toss-up. Which one's my favorite? This one here, just buzzing around on your birthday. Look at that little bee. But really, this one's also been signed, I think. Yes, on the inside. But really, it's about the inside of this one. Look at all the little pop-up bees and their little hive. I've never seen any of these cards. I'd never seen any of them before. And this one is signed from mom and dad there at the bottom. And those are the three choices that I have. I see you, Aaron. Thank you so much. So we have the bee. So dang cute. I love that illustration. And the little ducky with the feather with the pop-up beak. The inside. I love pop-up cards. And then the unsigned or unused flocked cat with the rhinestones tent card. All right, so I see Lisa's in there at 9. Sandra just popped in there with an 11. So we're looking for 12 or more. And I got to give a shout out to Janine for giving me the little, she said, you got to go, she just put some cards out. You got to go get some. So these came from Janine's suggestion. So thank you, Janine, for letting me know about these. I actually bought a ton more than these. Gnarly Jones, I see you at 12. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 13 or more on choice. Lisa Day's at 13. So we're looking for 14 or more on choice. And I'm going to count it down. Winner can take one or multiples at their winning bid price. And let's count it down now. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And the B card, I'd never heard of this line before. It's called Funds a Poppin'. Funds a Poppin'. So I can't imagine what this box set was like. All the cards that probably would have come in that box set would have been equally as amazing. All right. There is that bid end there from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. So Gnarly Jones had it just in case of 20, but Miss Sandra D had it just in case of 26. So for 21, Sandra, let me know if you want bee, duck, or cat. Bee, duck, or cat, or combination. Sandra D, when is your birthday? Better not be today. Better not be. You gotta let us know.
That little ducky one, I can't.
They were all good. And I got a lot more too. I was feeling these three tonight. All right, Sandra, let me know. 7/26. William knows everybody's birthday.
She wants to be, Amy.
She wants to be. You
good.
got it. You got to be, Sandra. All right, Gnarly Jones, if you're interested in the birdie or the cat, let me know. And if she passes, it's going to go to Lisa, and then it will go all the way back to Aaron. Okay?
Gnarly's taking a pass.
No, okay, no worries at all. Lisa Day, if there's one here that you were interested in, let me know in the chat. And then Aaron at Blueberry Barn. And I can just watch the chat and we'll get Jason going. Anything left, I'll bring back at the recap. Thank you all so much.
All right, Amy, $20. Lisa's taking a pass as well. Okay. $20, and I'm sticking with my California Pottery, and this one is also made by the Clemens Pottery Company. I don't think a lot of us darn our socks anymore. We throw them out, but this one is fun because these are just as collectible as the Pie Bird. So it is a darn it, little darner. You have this fun little woman who's like, whoa, and she's got her little hands right there, and she's got these fun little flowers, and then they even gave her a little bow here in the back. So these also, just like the Pie Birds, came in all sorts of different colors. They did all sorts of different varieties. Some did flowers, some did other things, and they're just collectible at this point. And this little darner does stand on its own. So there's actual holes here. So you could have ran like yarn or thread through it, and then you could hang this around, or you could have hung it, you know, on the wall until you needed the fun little darner. So it's California Pottery. Now, the favorite part of this little piece is coming up, the fact that they put feet on the bottom. I love
that. They painted feet on that.
That's my favorite part. So this fun little darner, and this is great if you're a sewer, if you know somebody who sews, maybe you have a little sewing display. These are great, and these are fun gifts. And trust me, these are not too easy to find. These they actually used, and they must have gotten damaged, so they're just not around. So this, again, is probably late 40s, early 1950s. It's a little darner made by the Clemens Pottery Company out in California. It measures 5 inches tall, and it's supposed to mimic it. Kind of, I know it looks weird that it looks like a little bowling ball, but you take the darner, you put the sock in so you can sew up all those holes so we can make our socks last longer. But we don't use these anymore. Some might, but we don't. Now these are just fun collectibles. So look at that fun kitschy face. You can actually see that this is her little collar right here. So this would have been like the little collar with the little buttons. Hopefully I can hold it still. You can see the buttons are kind of the same colors as the pie bird. So that's kind of like a pinkish purple, along with maybe some brown and some blue in there, maybe a periwinkle blue, have you. And then you can see where there's some flower details there. And I love the fact that it's a little darner, just super cute. So I would be darning all day. I think this is so fun, especially if you have that person that is like a crafter or somebody who is a sewer, a seamstress. Maybe you have that, you know, unique person that you don't know what to give a gift for. I thought this would be a super neat addition. Plus, this is a great crossover. Folks that collect California pottery, they love to just have these and pop them into their displays, even if you're not using it as a darner. So they even gave her a beautiful flower here. There's a glare on it. They even gave her a little flower up in her hair. So it is hollow, and it is made of pottery. It is California pottery, and she is in very, very good condition. But maybe nobody wants to darn it. So darn it, we'll sit it to the side and bring it back for the recap. So over to you, Amy.
Okay. And Tracy, he is, and you got it. You got it. Jason, Tracy is sending the duck card to you.
Tracy, you didn't have to. Thank you. Oh, he's super cute. Thank you, Tracy.
You got it. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. I have Elizabeth Gordon book. And this one I had not ever run across before. And I have had a Christmas version. I believe I took it to the pop-up. I think I took it to the pop-up. I can't remember. But I did have another one from this Dolly and Molly series. So there is a series of these that Elizabeth Gordon. So Flower Children, Animal Children was, you know, I talk about those books constantly. But this one is a little bit different. Now there's a little wear right here on the cover. Right in here, there's a little, but the rest of it is really good condition. And it is from 1914. It is the first publication of this one. And it's very cute. It's simple. It's just a little, like a little storybook. And it does have writing in here to Sarah from Aunt Mary. Back in the day. She didn't date when she gifted it, but that is in there. I thought I would leave that. So there is the little cover page here. Author of Dolly Molly series, Butterfly Babies, Watermelon Pete, Granddad's Coconut Party. Not all the books that she did, but they are in there. So, so there is the copyright 1914, Rand McNally. There, no other publication dates. And I do know that this is a first edition. Later editions have a totally different cover on them than this one. So we do have black and white and bicolor printing in here. So Dolly Molly at the Seashore. So it's just a quick little story. There's cute illustrations in there. So they kind of find themselves wandering at the beach. And then they run across some friends. And there they are, Dolly and Molly. And as they go along, here's Mr. Sea Turtle, that they meet Mr. Sea Turtle. Look at him. So Dolly and Molly, like this whole series, they kind of like Nod off into a dreamland. And that I remember that was the same with the Christmas one as well. So there's Mr. Lobster and his little top hat. So there's different characters that are encountered in here. And then here's the man of the sea that is coming to visit. And he brings with him his little sea urchins. I read through this earlier. There's the man of the sea with his little sea urchins that have arms and legs that are walking along with him. It's kind of strange. I will say that it's kind of a strange one. So he starts to tell them a story, and then they start to get sleepy, and then he calls Mr. Sandman to come. So yeah, it's an interesting story. I will say that. So Mr. Sandman takes them home, and Grandmama is taking them to bed. And no spoilers. I'm not going to spoil the end. But there is a little dream about the man from the sea and the little sea urchins riding on seahorses there at the end. And then it ends with just the cute little Dolly and Molly illustration at the back cover. So overall good condition on it. I would say just a little bit of wear on the cover and the writing on the inside. Okay, I'm going to count it down. MJ's at 17. We're looking for 18 or more. Again, from 1914, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Those graphics alone would look good in your seashore.
I like that too. Legs. That is just really cute. Illustration on the front. Would look cute with some bathing beauties if you have those. Those are not easy to find either. Nope. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, MJ, I did see your just in case, but you didn't need it. It's coming to you. Thank you so much.
$20, Amy, and I'm sticking with my kitschy poodle theme. I know we have some folks that love a good Joseph Original, and I have this beautiful Joseph Original poodle figurine. She's in very good condition. I never had one of the Joseph poodles before. And the cold paint on her is phenomenal. No chips or cracks. So I'll take her off the board here so you can see she actually has this gorgeous little yellow flower here on top of her head. These are the matte finish. So they're like a satin. They're not bisque, but they're like a satin. And this one is a little larger scale. Look at those cute eyes on her. If I can get it to focus. I love this poodle. They even gave her some blush on her cheeks. The red paint is very vibrant here on the collar. I just love her. She does not have the Joseph sticker anywhere anymore or the Japan one. But I do know that they made a few of these so you could have them doing a few different things. So $20. She's Joseph Original. She's in super good condition. Look, they even gave her a little bit of a smoky eye. Oh my goodness. And she measures just about 3.5 inches tall. So she's about 3.5 inches tall, and she measures about 3 inches across. So no chips or cracks. She's in very, very good, clean condition. I really didn't have to do too much to her at all. And if you guys collect poodles, you probably need to have a Joseph Original in that collection. Look, you can even see, look how snooty she is. She has her, they even made sure that her little nose was up in the air a little bit. She's a little snooty pooty. So, but I think she's super cute. She's in really good condition. No paint condition issues whatsoever. Just $20 if anyone's interested in her. Look, they even gave her details down here on her feet. Some details back there on the back on the ears. You can see they did a little bit of like dark coloring on there. And again, she's a nice sized poodle. She's going to go in well with all your other Joseph Originals. So maybe you have some smaller ones. Maybe you have some other critters. But I think she's going to look fun in with those. So $20. Amy, have you ever seen the poodle before?
Sorry, I've been on mute. Yes, I have. Usually every time that I see her, she's like close to $50.
Yeah, I know.
A couple times that I've run across her.
I know. Tina was excited. Tina actually found this one. This one actually came from Nancy at Mother Tucker's we'd pondered keeping it, but we decided we would let it go. And I love the fact that it has, I believe that's a yellow rose in her hair. So I really love that.
He's a
And again,
Texas poodle.
she is, yes, the yellow rose of Texas. I mean, she's super adorable. There are no chips or cracks. You know, she's super clean. She looks almost brand new. Let me put her on the board here for just 1 second so you guys can see again. Look how sweet that little face is. I love the fact that she's a snooty pootie. You can see kind of the upturn there on her snout, and again the smoky eye on her, and the fact that they gave her blush. She's a cute little highfalutin there, little snooty pootie if I've ever seen one. So, but the only thing is she does not have her Joseph Original sticker anymore, which probably the Japan one would have been underneath. And then there may have been something back here that said Joseph Original. So don't see any interest. Oh, Renee, I see you in for 20. Renee, thank you so much. I didn't want to belabor it. So let's start a countdown. Thank you so much, Renee. We're looking for 21 or more. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I feel like she's getting blown out. I want to show you all those great details, like where they gave her some shadowing in there. She's really great, you guys. She's really cute, super kitschy, such a great figurine. So there is the bid end. Renee, thank you so much. Congratulations. She's yours.
Congratulations, Renee. Okay, I have some MyRecord decals for my next round. They're all going to come together. There's 3 different ones in here, so they all coordinate together. Now, I will say, and I always say this with the MyRecord decals, is that it's hit or miss. Like, I have used vintage ones before, and they have worked just fine. It just kind of all depends on how they were stored. So these are water slide decals, and of course they're meant to mimic like plush animals. So they do kind of have like that stuffed animal plush fur, and then they did kind of illustrations on top to give them more of a cartoony look. So there's 3 different ones here, and these are great to frame too if you don't want to take the chance of trying to put them on something. These are nice size ones. Typically the ones I find are about that big as far as the decals go, but these are nice large ones. So I think good candidate for framing, or if you have a larger piece of furniture that you wanted to put something cute on. I have had them work before in the past, and they do have all the directions to work them, and it shows you kind of some of the things, you know, that we have run across. I also think if you have like a big metal canister or a trash can, these are like perfect size for that sort of thing. So it tells you exactly how to do it. And I do have the little wax envelope that they would have come in, originally 25 cents there. So they have been in this envelope. Okay. So there's 3 different ones. So you've seen this one for quite a while now. Little puppy dog and the little duck here. So cute. I love these animals. And then this is the second one. Oh my gosh, the little bear and tiny little mouse and little ducky. They're so dang cute. I just love these. And then here is the last one. The little ducky riding on the horse.
And they're so 3-dimensional. They did a good job of giving these such depth that they actually look like you could touch them, like they're fuzzy little stuffed animals.
Yep.
I love them. Oh my God.
So there they are, all 3 of them together.
Never find a trio.
Yeah.
Ever.
So measurement for them, the sheets are 8 1/4 by 6 1/2. The designs end up being a little bit smaller than that once they come off of their sheets. But frame wise, you totally could trim them down or cut them apart. You could even cut the animals apart and do something else crafty with them. Scrapbook, put them on a cover of a scrapbook or something like that on the back. And they have that on the back of them. And of course, I've got the directions, which I like the graphics on these too. The graphics on these. Sometimes these have a date. This one doesn't. This one doesn't have a date. But I think these are late 50s, early 60s on these little water slide decals. But I don't
Every
see
toy box.
those. That's all right. We will go. Oh, Aaron just popped in there. All right, let's count them down. We're looking for 13 or more on the set of 3 Meyer cord little kitschy decals. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think this one's my favorite.
Yeah. I want the hobby horse that he's riding.
The little giant duck.
Yeah.
So
I want
good.
that horse.
If I had a big piece of furniture, I would try my best to try and use these. I always film the cribs or the high chairs or the toy boxes that have these decals on them because I love them. All right, Aaron, they are coming to you. Thank you so much.
$18, Amy, and you're going to get all 3 of these. I believe that these are porcelain made in Japan, 1930s napkin rings, okay? But you're going to get all 3 of them for $18. These are great because the center one there, and I'll show them to you a little closer, they make great figurines, okay, first of all. But the center one there, she has all of the same features of the penny dolls and things like that. So if you guys are into penny dolls, or you guys are into some of those celluloid, like Flapper Girl dolls, she's going to go well with that display. She's got this big oversized bow that is in pink and sort of a turquoise. Then you have the 2 soldiers that are going to come with her. I don't know if these sold individually. I don't know if you bought them as sets, but those 2 toy soldiers I think are going to be great in your Christmas displays, all right? Or display them as is. You have the queen in the center being protected by her 2 toy soldier fellows. So let me sit them down. These are large and in charge porcelain pieces. This one right here, hold on, I got the wrong one. This one right here does have a little chip right here. Okay, so there's a little chip right there. Look at the size of those big napkin rings on there. There you can see they are stamped made in Japan. And again, I believe this is the early Japan, and then there would have been the war, and then it would have been occupied Japan. So I do believe these are your 1930s Japan. I think these are just stinking cute little faces. You can see where it is sort of like a tomato soupy kind of red that hinges on orange, depending what the light is when it hits it. So you have him, you get him. He's the first one you're going to get, and there are napkin rings. Nice big cloth napkins in there, or just
I have a vision as you're showing that right now, like in Christmas, you could take a little piece of wrapping paper and roll it up, stick it in there.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And each one of these napkin rings, they measure about 4.5 inches tall, and then at the width about 2.5. So there he is. Let's show you the other guy. He does not have any chips at the bottom. That's just where they didn't paint him there. You can see where he's marked made in Japan there on the bottom. Napkin ring, super fun. So again, you could use these in your Christmas display. Do what Amy said. Now this one here, if you guys collect the penny dolls, maybe you guys love a little Shirley Temple, but look at the little curls that she has in her hair. She has that fun little tilted cap on that she's wearing, and I'm here for the big bow.
She's adorable.
I think the combination of the 3 of them, and we got them together, I think the individual probably enjoyed the fact that that was your fun little Flapper Girl, little Shirley Temple, and then she had her 2 toy soldiers taking care of her. So let's count it down for Phil. Thank you, Phil. I got you at 18. We're looking for 19. Again, you're getting all 3. They are porcelain. They are glazed, so there's not a ton of cold paint. I do think there is cold paint on her hat and on the jackets of the soldiers, but everything else is glazed over. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I just thought these were different, especially, they have the look. It's the face. It's that 1930s look that is just so fun. And those soldiers, great for Christmas. She would even be great in a non-traditional Christmas. So, Phil, thank you so much. They're yours for $18. Congratulations. Thank you.
Okay, I will unmute myself. Okay. So these are starting at 16. because they have some chips. Like Jason's piece, I found these, and then I guess I didn't look them over as closely as I should have. So both of the Winking Kitties have, this is the largest chip right here on the brim of the hat. It's not super noticeable until you're right up on it, but that's why they're starting at 16. So I do have a set of these myself. Mine actually have more chips than this. I tend to like pass on the really good condition ones. And on the nose here, that's not a chip. That is just, it is glazed over there on the nose. So this one has the chip on the hat brim right here. And then this one has a little flea bite, kind of in the same little vicinity, little flea bite on the brim of the hat there, but no other chipping. Okay. This one here has the stopper on the bottom and an Esco foil sticker. This one has the foil sticker but no stopper. Okay, so that is the issue with them. A little bit of crazing in the glaze as well. Coco Girl and hello Ashley, good to see you. Ashley's in there at 20. So I'm going to take them down, and I'm going to try and show you that a little bit closer. Let me find it. See, I lost it already. All right, this is the one that has the little flea bite. So the smaller chip. It's right in here. My finger is catching it, kind of on that ruffle of the hat. There's a little flea bite there, but I'm not feeling any other ones on this one. Okay, so we got the daisies all over the hat. And then the other one is the one that has the larger chip out of the ruffle here at the top of the hat. So although it is white and it does kind of blend in, it's just not high glaze there. All right. You could, if you wanted to, seal that with some clear nail polish. If you have some laying around, that'll just make sure that it doesn't do any more damage or chip any further. And there's the back of that one. Okay. So Coco Girl's back in there at 22. Ashley's in at 23. And we're going to count these down. Meow Meow, Winking Kitty. All right, let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meow Meow, bid end.
Telling you, these ain't getting any easier to find. None of it is, because everybody's wanting this kitsch. You just can't find them.
All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Coco Girl, I did see your just in case, but you did not need it. They are coming to you for 25. Congratulations, and thank you so very much.
All right, Amy, $20. And I was, hello, Bug. Good to see you, Bug. $20. And I was trying to bring unique things. And this is German. This is German chalkware from the 1930s. Okay. It's by an artist that I will try to say the artist's name as I show you the piece. But this artist was known for the features of the eyes and the way they would make the individuals. They made boys, girls, all kinds of different things. Fun fact. Later, Kurt Goebel took the molds and then made them into porcelain, so you could find Goebel pieces. But these earlier pieces from the early 1930s in that Deco era, made out of chalkware. Now, there is some chips to the paint. They're a little harder to find, okay? So here's what the bottom looks like. There's no signature anywhere that I could find. The artist's name that I found, or what they attributed these to, this style, it is Goldschreiner Wen. Goldschreiner Wen was the individual who made some of these. And you can find actually an example of a girl that kind of faces the other way. But this is your dapper fella. And I thought he would look fun in your summer displays. I kind of feel like if you were on the Atlantic City boardwalk, maybe in the 1930s, you'd have seen a fella here, dapper with his cane. He would have had kind of a flower in his lapel, and he'd have been tipping his hat to you, and he may have been fancy enough to wear some gloves. But I know folks in our community enjoy these different unique deco style figurines, and this has just the right amount of chipping here at the bottom. for chalkware. So he is like a traveler. He has his little briefcase or suitcase down here. And if you enjoy him so much, you could search around and you could find the Kurt Goebel version. They made them in porcelain. So these do not come around that often. I don't know if they were not mass produced. I don't know if just a lot of them did not last. But I think he's a really, really unique, fun figurine. And again, I do believe this is the male version. They do have a female version. So you can see he's wearing his jacket. He's got his turquoise, the colors they used. Great, great details. I know, Brenda, it's the face. And this is just a fun. And this kind of decor is making a bigger comeback. You know, a lot of the things, even Tina was telling me, like, for example, some of the fashion designers are starting to come out with new looks for 2025. They're hinging it on Victorian looks. So things are starting to go back and come full circle. They're moving from the mid-century into more of these deco, do you know the story of? I do not, but I do know enough that I know that he was an illustrator and he was a sculptor and he was an artist. And this was the way he would depict a lot of his figurines. He then later made more realistic style figurines that were less abstract than this, and they were more Victorian era. But a lot of these then were so popular that Kurt Goebel, who was one of the Goebel family folks who made the Hummels and the figurines we all know, they then took the mold and started making the porcelain figurines. Honest to Pete, Phil, that's the most that I know. I don't know a ton of that artist, but I do know that you see renditions and you see some of his techniques then are later used in later 30s pieces, 40s pieces, 50s, and so on and so forth. So these are not breaks. This is just wear to the paint. Here's what the base looks like. I just think it's super fun, super unique. Dapper fella, even the 3-dimension on the hair. Look at the way they made the hair. So, but definitely worth learning a little bit more about, which I think I might do. But that's the extent I know, Phil. I wish I knew more. And that was a quick study on him this afternoon, or her. I still think it's a he. So let's count it down. Thank you, Tracy, for the bid of 20. We're looking for 21 or more. And we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yes, that's what I found. It was attributed, and then the other name is WEIN. Those were the two names. That was the individual who was the artist who created these, and then later it was Kurt Goebel who took the molds and made Goebel figurines. He's going to go great with your Coney Island, Tracy. Thank you so much. He's fantastic. Dapper fella. Thank you so much.
Okay, I have a little miniature cat. All right, these are our last 2 rounds, you guys. Last 2. All right, I have a little miniature meow meow. And look at this guy. Now he does have little plastic filigree, little whiskers that are still there. I've actually had this guy before. There's a series of 3 of these cats that go together. I just found this one all by him lonesome. Just this one. But the last time I had these, they were all missing their whiskers, but still intact. No chips or repairs on this one. We've got a red Japan sticker here on the bottom. I believe these were made by Victoria Ceramics. And there's mice also in the same style that have the little applied whiskers. I have seen dogs, but the dogs don't have whiskers. I don't know about rabbits, but I have seen the mice that go along with these. And just a little Siamese kitty. And the set that I had, they were all Siamese as well. But I also have seen some other breeds of cats that they did for these. Now, it's not the smallest. Maybe they're doing their grand finale. Can you guys hear the fireworks? It's ridiculous. So it's not like super bone china miniature. This is definitely ceramic. It's not bone china. It's not the smallest cats that you can get, but it is a good size. It's 2 1/4 by 2. 2 1/4 by 2. So I think that this, because it's not super wide, I think if you had one of those printer's trays, that you can put miniatures and smaller little doodads and treasures in. I think it would fit in there because it's not a super wide figurine. Oh, Parmesan is waking up from his nap. He's sleeping through everyone. Tracy, is that a bid? I think it is. Oh, I'm so sorry, Tracy. So I'm going to count him down if Tracy's in there at 10. So we're looking for 11 or more. And let's count him down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Hello, John. All right. I think he's coming to you, Tracy. William, my air conditioner's in my window, so unfortunately I can't open it and yell at the neighbors as much as I would like to. I need a megaphone. That's what I need to have. All right, Tracy, Kitty is coming to you. Thank you so much.
$16, Amy. And just to round back 1 second, Phil, you are correct, but I believe the company was named after the individual, and that's what I was getting at. So you are correct with everything you said, but I do believe the company that created those, that was who name of the individual. That's what I read, and I could have read it wrong, but that's my take on it. So $16. I have this fancy woman here. She is a Rubens planter. She's in very good condition. She actually still has some of the yellow paint on her bird right there on her hand. Everyone I found did not have any paint on the bird. I feel very weird saying paint on the bird. If you guys are looking for a fancy little, maybe, I don't know, fancy lady for your displays, I think she would look great in it. And again, it's made by Rubens. Rubens is a really, really, known company for planters. Thank you, William. I think she's super pretty too. She's embossed Rubens down there on the bottom. She did have a little bit of that sticky tack in here. Did my best to clean it out the best that I could. But again, I think the selling point is that all the other versions I found, there was no paint left on the bird. There is some there. There are no chips. All of her bows are, intact, not even any issues to her umbrella or her parasol. Super good. And even the paint on her face is remarkable. She's got this huge, gorgeous bonnet atop her head. And then I know when I was with the fellas, she's got a little toe kicked out. She's got a little toe action kicked out there. So, Elaine, thank you for the 18. Tracy's in at 20. Let's go ahead and count her down. No chips or cracks. Oh, I'm going too fast. She measures 6.5 inches tall, 5 inches wide, and she's 4 inches deep. So she's about almost 7 inches tall. So she's going to be about the same size as your Valentine's Day girl planter. So 21 or more, just in case for active bidders. If you have a bid, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 21 or more. The bid end from Karen G. Thank you so much. I love the little yellow bird right there. Again, has most of its paint on it. All the other ones I found didn't. Gold and white, just a classy planter. So there's the bid end. Tracy, thank you so much. You didn't need it. She's coming to you for 20. Elaine, I'm so sorry your just in case did come in after the bid end, but thank you all so much for the bids. Thank you, Tracy.
Okay, this is our last round, you guys, and we will do a quick recap, and then we will move into our community share. All right, thanks for hanging on with us tonight. Okay, my last round is going to start at $8, and you're going to get all of these. This is not for choice. And since I had some Scotty Dog things tonight, I thought I would bring these. And so there's 5 total vintage tally cards here. And they are pretty fabulous. I love these, although they are lovey-dovey and kind of Valentine's Day kind of like imagery. I think that they're still cute. And so double Scotty Dogs, and these do open, so they are more of the folder style, and they do have their little long little tassels here. These are great for bookmarks too, I think. So they're all unused, and there's 5 of them. You're going to get 5 of them. So they open up here and have the table number, couple number, the little score, and then you can put your name and total on the back. And they're all exactly the same. Well, hello, Lamar. Good to see you. So there's 5 of them. 5 of them. I really like. They're very cute. All very cute. I love tally cards. There's thousands of different ones. And I love them. I don't know. I just can't resist picking them up because I don't see them very often.
These are fantastic. These are so good, Amy.
Yes. All right. So did I measure these? Yes, I did. 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So that's the size there. All right. Lamar is in at 8. We're looking for 9 or more. Let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. William, that goes for you too, sir.
Oh, man, these are so good, Amy. Tell me you kept one for yourself. Tell me.
Of course. I have to. There's an odd number. How could I not?
Gotcha.
All right. There is the bid end from Karen. All right. Lamar, congratulations. Lamar, have you ever purchased anything from me all the years that I have known you? I don't know about that. Well, email me if you haven't. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right. I know Amy said everything was going to be auctioned up. I'm going to do these as a quick claim because they have damage, and maybe you want them, maybe you don't. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to quickly show them to you. I don't ever find Italian poodles, okay? These have repairs. So with that said, they will be $25 for the set, but I'm going to give you a letter to put in, okay? So you get them both for $25. If you know Italian poodles, they usually all have some kind of damage, and they go for a lot more than that. But they're just going to be $25. And for the sake of time, he has an ear repair right here, okay? So he has an ear repair. But these are the big, thick, chunky, stamped Italy poodles, okay? Folks really love these. There might be a little chip here or there on the spaghetti, just like, you know, American-style spaghetti. You can't tell. But there is an ear repair to him. And I want you guys to see, because I don't want to just do a quick claim to push it through, but I want to keep it moving. You can see he has an ear repair, okay? So he'll be the one that you're getting. You get 2 of them. He is about 5.5 by 6. So he's about 5.5 by 6 inches tall. So you're going to get him. You're going to get his buddy. You're going to get him, and he has an ear repair right there. They were a little sloppy with this ear. You can actually see a little bit of glue. So you'll get him. And again, they're both marked Italy, so we know that they're official, and they're mid-century, so they're 50s, 1960s. And he measures about 5.5 by 4. So other than the ear repairs, they display beautifully. Sometimes you do get a little bit of dirt mixed in there. You can do your best to clean it out, but that's typical with Italian pottery. $25, you'll take them both. I wish they weren't damaged. First person to put in the letter P for poodle, if anyone's interested, you can have them for $25. If nobody wants them, I understand, but I wanted to give an opportunity for someone to get some Italian poodles. You'll get them both for $25, letter P. I know that with shipping and the economy, sometimes folks don't want damaged things, but these poodles, if they weren't damaged, some of them go for $40 each. So letter P, you can have both of the poodles for $25. You just put in the letter P. And we'll just keep moving, Miss Amy. It pushes us into a recap.
All right. Yes, we are going to move into a recap. So we'll bring back anything that did not find a home the first time. Sandra's claiming
Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Sandra.
Poodles are now adopted. Sorry.
Thank you, Sandra.
Okay. So we will show something again. We will note any kind of issues that might have again, give you the price. If you want to claim something, please make sure and type the item plus the price down into the chat. We will give it a moment for the lag. If we see more than one person try to claim the same thing, we will just do a brief countdown And just in case this can be in play then, just like a regular bid round. Okay. So, Jason, I have one thing to recap. Do you want to do yours? Do you want me to do mine?
Whatever you want. You tell me, Amy. I'm good. Whatever.
I will just do my little puppy dog. So it was my first round. I had left was my little Arnart little puppy dog with the bow tie. Does have some paint scratching. Here, we'll move the screen back and then we'll get Jason over here. So it does have rhinestone eyes, the red polka dot bow tie. It does have the little flower applied there. So there is some paint scratching to the cold paint, but no chips on it. This was 16, so you can type dog 16 if you want to claim that guy, dog 16 on that one. And that was the one thing that I had left. Okay. Thank you all so much. And I think that was it. Okay. Dog 16. All right, there we go. Sorry. All right, Renee, I see you. Thank you so much. All right, we are back with Jason.
I had my Darn It Darner from the late 40s into the 50s. It's made by Clemens Pottery. They made different colors. Some were a little on the masculine side. Some were the ladies like this. So this is a ceramic darner. My favorite part is the feet on the bottom. No chips or cracks. The holes in here, you would have put string through it so they could have held it or they could have hung it, whatever you wanted to do with it. No condition issues. It's $20 if anybody wants it. They are collectible. You just put darn 20. Darn 20. And I just think this is fun and comical. Darn it. Maybe you know somebody who is a seamstress, but darn 20, that could be yours. And then I had my new old stock cookie cutters. They're going to be $12, and this one is the nursery rhymes. I believe these are the late 1960s. So if you're interested, you can put rhyme 12. So you see what you get. You know, you get the cow over the moon, you get Humpty Dumpty, cat and fiddle. So you can just put rhyme 12, and they actually have fun recipes on the back for the gingerbread cookies. So that one would be rhyme 12. This one, you can put smile 12. I thought this one's really fun. It had the little note, had the painter's palette. It had the smiley face, which was typical 60s, kind of religious, sort of Easter. And then if you're into Delph. So this one, you can put smile 12. And you could have that. And you can, of course, take them out of the pack if you want to, or display them in the pack. That's it for me, Amy. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
All right. Quick reminder that if you have not emailed us your information, if you purchased tonight, do make sure and do that before the end of the broadcast tonight. We both will be doing our invoicing on Saturday this week. So look for those invoices on Saturday. I will email you when mine are out there. Jason usually gets his out in the afternoon, evening time. Yeah. Okay. And so our special event starting next Wednesday, and for every Wednesday for the rest of July at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have special Christmas and July sales hosted over on Mother Tucker's Antiques channel. So make sure you're subscribed to Jason's channel so you don't miss the fun. So we're going to have weekly guests every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're kicking it off with Fatbird Finds next Wednesday, the 9th. The 16th will be Ariana at the Withering Cottage. The 23rd will be Heather of Antique Agenda and Misty Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter on the 30th. So I cannot wait for that. And then we're also going to have our normal Thursday Fantastic Find Sales at 8 p.m. Eastern here on my channel. We're going to try and just have normal everyday stuff on Thursdays and keep the Christmas on Wednesdays. And we both might do some other Christmassy things coming up for the month as well. So just click our community tabs and Instagram.
I think we're also going to participate in a vamp sale coming up.
Yes, I think it's the 19th.
Yes. I need to pick my time.
We had the schedule for that.
Yeah.
So probably maybe next week we'll talk about that.
Yes. Yep. Okay. Oh, and Tina is going to be off tomorrow, so nothing over on Whatnot. but then she's working the shop. But then that Friday after that, there'll be all kinds of previews and things coming out. So if you guys are into jewelry, and she's gonna do buttons, she's gonna do linens. So please, if you can show her a little support over on Whatnot on Friday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. So thank you, Amie.
Okay. All right. We're going to move into our community share real quick. And before we do that, thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. And if you want to go to bed, you're totally welcome to, but come back and watch the replay for the community share. I will pop our email up here real quick. If you want to send us some photos, ShareMyFindsLive@gmail.com. Just make sure you mention if you want your name mentioned with your photos, or you want to be anonymous, and a brief description to go along with them if you can. Okay. And it's best if photos are horizontal, landscape, if you will, rather than up and down ways. They tend to show a little bit better on the screen. Okay. All right. So I do have a lot of photos from Miss Caroline M tonight. She has sent us photos before of her displays. And this one's all patriotic, and one of some of her husband's collections as well. So I have a couple emails to go along with these. So here's number one.
Oh my.
Overall display. We have seen this setup before, but different. I think Easter was the last time that we saw from this one. So here's the overall picture, and then I've got close-ups here. So we'll go in. I love like all the cottage cheese and the tins and those Target birds, and Joanna Parker up there in the corner.
This is good.
Man. Look at that. I love that potato chip, or potato frills, excuse me, tin. Yes. I absolutely love that. And the cubes are all ready for the 4th of July. Look at that anthropomorphic. Oh, that's another Target thing. Up there, the ice cream cone and the.
Oh my God!
Yeah, those are another Target thing.
Ice pop.
And I see the little Ruthie Newton cat squeak.
There's my piggy.
The little piggy. Yeah, I will read the notes once we look at the photos when we go back through. I love that oven mitt pig too. And here's a close up of Pyrex, and I recognize that little birdie up there. I love those squeakies. I've never even seen those before.
No. Uncle Sam and Betsy Ross. That is good. They got to be bison.
It's fantastic. I've also never seen that one. And then there's a close up of that little arrangement there. Try your luck. 1 cent to 59 cents. All right. And then we're going to go to the dining room.
Oh my. I love it.
I love the little lights. And then we've got some more Target birds. And the little fire and the marshmallow little couple.
I love it. Cute. Oh my God. This makes me want to eat hot dogs and potato salad.
I know. Well, we get to do that tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
There is the Lefton Bluebird that she got from me. And I love those. I think those are Lefton.
They are.
Cutie pie, little patriotic people. And here's a little light up Uncle Sam. I love that fireworks sign.
Are those signs from that Cracker Jack that does, there's some company called Cracker Jack something that does, they do like reproduction from old designs.
Yes. I think, yeah, she said the sign is from Cracker Jack Junk Company.
Oh, I'm sorry, Amie, you said you were going to read all that. I'm jumping ahead.
No, it's all right.
Sorry.
I knew that she sent some notes. And then here's a ceramic tree. Hey, it's not just for Christmas.
Yeah.
And the Nutcracker and Pink Russian Santa getting in on the fun.
Love it.
And then, the other Santas have to come out to play too.
Love it.
They did for Easter.
Christmas in July, baby. I love it. I'm here for it.
Here's the last photo. So this is some of her husband's collections. He loves to collect too. He loved to learn about and complete the Galaxy Spaceman bottles. Gotcha. And he found the box as well.
Love that. So
Wrath of Zeus is his screen name here on YouTube. So she likes to dress up the Russian Santas for every holiday, just an excuse to leave them out.
Yep.
So I agree with that so much. And the dining room photos that we saw. So the tablescape there, she said it's a mixture of new and old things. And we'll go back to this one here for a second. she says like she's trying to get more things. She doesn't have as many of the stuff as other holidays, but always on the lookout for more. The sign on the middle of the table was from the Withered White Barn. And she says she has a mixture of things from us, Garden Guy Bill, some antique store finds, and eBay signs. So, yes, I just love it. I love all the things. So we'll go through it one more time. I love that curly Kate box, too.
So
I've
do
seen
I.
that before.
So do I.
I love it. Everything is – I didn't even see the hot dog candles there.
Wait, where are the hot dog candles? Where are they?
Do you see the little holders?
Oh my God, yes, and they're in the holder. I didn't even see them either.
I didn't even see those before. And I love the bird that is a hot dog with the relish.
Yeah.
Down in the bottom.
I love the pig oven mitt too. I love
those
that.
Target birds. And that is really cute. So there is everything one more time. I love it.
This is good. This is good. And 4th of July is hard to find. Enough to do a display.
It really is. I think it's just as hard as Halloween and
it is.
St. Patrick's Day and some of the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
I love that Sinclair Dino sign.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Caroline, so much. Oh, the candles were from Michael's.
Fantastic. Okay.
I've never seen a hot dog candle.
Okay.
I can't say that I have. Thank you so much, Caroline. We love to see what you do. You're so creative in your displays, and incorporating new and vintage work really well together, especially if it's vintage inspired. So I love it. We love to see it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Good night, you guys. Big thank you to Karen G for helping out in the chat tonight, and everybody else that's so helpful in the chat, answering questions and talking amongst each other. Thank you guys for your community and continued support of Jason and I here. We appreciate you guys more than you know. All right. Have a wonderful 4th of July. If you're celebrating tomorrow, take some rest, put your feet up, enjoy a hot dog, maybe have a popsicle, and just relax and spend the day with friends and family. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And we will see you back here on Wednesday over on Jason's channel for our Christmas in July kickoff.
I'm so excited. I love it.
And back here on Thursday for Fantastic Finds. All right. Have a good rest of your night, everyone. Thank you so much.